Hey, good morning, everybody. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oops. Make sure I mute that. Got it. It's up here raining up here in Michigan. Eh, we needed the rain, so I'm happy about it. Let's see. Certain things about this. When I do a live chat, there's certain things I have to do and go set up after I go live. It's like the weirdest thing. Maybe I need to follow somebody who can teach me how to use how to use this. What I'm thinking about doing is going to well, excuse me, trying OBS. Uh, it seems like you use a lot. Do a lot with OBS. Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Destination Fun. Good morning. Canadian Family Lights. Good morning. Good morning. Glad you guys could all make it in. So yeah, I might try OBS. There's a few things that I want to try, and I think it's OBS that they use it. You know, when people give you like a super chat and it pops up on the screen and different things and new subscriber, new this, new that. I think that's through OBS. It could be through Nightbot or Streamlab, whatever. I mean, Streamlab might have like their own little setup like that. So I'm gonna try to learn how people do that. But like with everything else on these YouTube streets, it's a learning curve, learning process. Just got off the phone with my brother, and he's up here, trying to solve the world's problems and what he would do to solve the problems. I don't think I could bring him on. I think I would get canceled, but he would solve the problems. Hey Sherry, I saw you guys. You guys were on last night for a little while. You guys were up there a long time, which is good. It's good for watch hours. I can remember. I know a lot of you don't want to do it. And when I say a lot of you, hey, Scratch and Pete, I'm thinking you about Destination Fun and Embarkation Nation mostly. Uh, just when I know them and I know they're looking for watch hours and all that other good stuff. I know it's tough, um, but you got to do it. I mean, again, unless you start getting like these viral videos, like 10-15 minute videos where it's 3 or 4 5,000 people. Hey Trish the Natural, it's awfully early in the morning. Unless you get these videos where you get all this ton of watch hours, it's tough. I, I mean, I didn't go live every day, morning, noon, and night because I wanted to. And again, I do understand. You guys work, um, so it's tough, and you don't want to spend all your free time, doing this YouTube Destination Fun. Yeah, I need the watch hours, and I can't get over the 789 hump for subs. I keep getting over it. Then the next day it drops back down. Well, and one of the good things, as far as like even doing lives, what happens is a lot of times people, come to a live. Say like right now, you have new people coming to this live. Hold on one second. I had to clear my throat. So you'll have new people come to this live, Sherry, and I put up there type hashtag strong, and you guys connect. Well, if they don't watch your videos, it it, it won't stick. But if you're doing a live and they connect with you, they're literally watching your video right then and there. So if they stay in there for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, they're going to connect. They're going to stick. So that's why, I used to always try to go live, and new people come in. I would try to stress, hey, make sure, you subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Hey, and Denny Gymnastics, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. I believe they're from Indonesia, and they do a workout. I don't. It's probably morning time over there. I'm not really sure, but they work out. I mean, they got the little routine. They'd be doing it. So yeah, I mean, again, don't get discouraged, and you do go through those spots where, man, I'm not growing. What's going on? And well, and Destination Fun. You know what I'll tell you? I don't think it's I don't think it's the best thing for growing your channel. When I say doing it for subscribers, I think it's good for subscribers. I don't think it's good for people watching your videos. Razapper, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Um, doing shorts. I'll put a short out, and let's say it gets 1,000 views. I might get 3 or 4 subscribers from it, and for whatever reason, subscribers from the shorts seem to stick. Trish the Natural, War Armstrong Adventures, up early dealing with power outages. Yikes. We had a really bad thunderstorm, and St. Louis looks more like a tornado. Trish, I don't know if I ever knew you were from St. Louis. Usually when I hear people say something about St. Louis, because my entire life, when I was a kid, up till I was 25 years old, I went to St. Louis pretty much every summer. I had family. They lived in U City, University City. And I used to go down there all the time. And I used to love trying to go, hey, Keisha, welcome in. Happy Sunday. I used to love going down there, and I wound up going into the arch, and I realized I'm claustrophobic, and I don't appreciate that arch. I mean, I do not. I've been up in it maybe twice. Never again. Never again. Never, ever, ever again. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever again. Anywho, yeah, old St. Louis. I love going to St. Louis. I hated it because St. Louis Cardinals, when Tigers playing in baseball in the World Series, and you guys beat us like twice. I think we beat you. We beat you in '68, but you guys always had that number. And I got a cousin down there that all he talks about St. Louis this, St. Louis that, and he going to all the baseball games. So, anywho. So yeah, I mean, think about maybe doing some shorts. I went to the dark side, and I started doing those shorts where they had the little meme where you what was the one I did? Oh, mine had like John Cena like doing a little dancing in the seat, and then I had like the background. I put a video in of the White Party, and I put like, what was it, when me when the third rum punch kicks in. It got like 3,000 views, but it got me like 5 subscribers, and they all stuck. Embarkation Nation, welcome in. I was never a big fan. Right, Zapper, Bali. I just saw a cruise that went to Bali, and I thought about you, as far as you were one of the few people that I know that actually live in Bali. So I had thought about that. That was a something I'm like, hey, I know somebody there. I should go there. Embarkation Nation. I honestly I hate those shorts. I hate those shorts with the little emoji thing, and I hate them. But I get views from it, and I try to keep them cruise related. Hopefully, that some of the people that are watching it would come over, watch some of the longer content. But I don't find that to be the case. I don't find that to be the case. You know what? And when I start thinking, and I always look up, I'm gonna stop doing that because I'm looking at myself in this picture. I don't like that look. Or as Keisha says, it looks like I'm frozen. Uh, Destination Fun. YouTube goes in phases. Shorts now don't seem to trend right away anymore. Takes a few hours. Watch hours hit bump, and so do subs. Yeah, because that video yesterday, it went out at, let's say, 9 o'clock in the morning. I scheduled one. Matter of fact, I put one out this morning at 9 o'clock. I scheduled a couple of shorts. It went out at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I think I had 3 views for the first 3 hours. I'm like, oh boy, this didn't go over well, and I don't like those um, shorts anyway. The cap cut, as Andrew was saying, the cap cut. See, Andrew apparently seems to. Oh, I think this is Andrew, Embarkation Nation. They seem to love them, and a lot of people do. A lot of people do, and they're easy to make. You have to think a little bit to think about something to say. So they're easy to make. But anyway, so I had these 3 views, 4 views. I'm like, what a dud. I was tempted just to take it down. It's like, see, I knew nobody liked this. So I went over to watch my grandkids, and I sat on my phone, and let's say it was 9 o'clock in the morning. I went over there maybe about noon. About 6 p.m., I look, and I'm looking through like going through the analytics, looking at the number of views of different videos. I really wasn't looking for that one because it's like, well, it only had 3 views. What does it have? 8 now. And I see this one with 2,900. I'm like, whoa, what's this? Hold on. I said, did I go back to like an old video or something? Nope, it was that one. It took off at maybe 3 or 4, because I went to look at like when it started taking off. About 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it took off for whatever length of time and stopped. And I couldn't believe it. And then I go over and look and see how many subscribers I got. It's like, my goodness, that's a lot of subscribers for something that I didn't even like. It's Andrew. All right, Andrew. Mike and Rihanna, welcome in the house. Our shorts have taken off in the first few minutes. Mine used to do that too, and that's what like when I saw like in the first 3 hours, I didn't have any views. I said this was a dud. This was a dud short. I said this was it was a dud short, and then all of a sudden it just took off when I least expected it, and that's been here lately where it's been an hour or two. Usually it was within the first 15 or 20 minutes, my shorts would take off. But not this time. Not this time. But we'll see. As I said, I put another one out today, and I'll watch and see, because just maybe I may have to start doing more of these cap cut videos. I mean, and don't get me wrong, they're fun to do. Yes, Destination Fun. That's what mine are doing. Warm Strong Adventure. The last week they all hit at like 3 p.m. I don't know what happened. Again, I just looked at the one, when I told you I put out one at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I think it has 3 views. Um, the picture is of like Joe Biden. So when you look at it, it looks like Joe Biden, but the name that's going across, and Joe Biden is talking. It's like me trying to convince myself to buy another cruise was the topic. So we'll see. We'll see. Mike and Rihanna, we get in thousands. Thousands, I say. My only problem with that is all my shorts, because I used to like doing shorts, but again, the watch hours aren't there. So here I am trying to get watch hours. They don't count towards watch hours towards your watch hours on your long version or your long videos. So you get all these views, but they're kind of empty views. Now, when you get monetized, you get paid on the long videos, the short videos. You get paid on all of them. So now, like that 3,000, it's like whatever I get paid per out per thousand, for shorts. I got three times that now because I got 3,000. So whatever it is, I mean, so it wasn't a bad video for me financially, and again, financially, I mean pennies. But I don't know how it works. Well, I do know how it works. There was a song in there, and I'm sure whatever money I made, we're split in like 3 ways between me, YouTube, and the artist, the song artist. Give me 1 second. Wow, did I pull a wow? I'm just looking at my messages, people. Really? No, my brother called and I'm talking to him. So I set up here. I'm waiting. I'm about to click live. I said, "Oh, let me talk to my brother," and I couldn't get him off the phone. So that's why it came up. Oh, you boy, you guys are hard. You guys are tough. Uh, Mike and Rihanna, we put one out yesterday and it already has 1,200 views. Well, again, again, see mine to do that, I'll get 1,000 views, but it's like within like a half an hour, I get 1,000 views and then nothing. So up until that it starts to go up, I get nothing. All of a sudden it spikes, and then it drops off totally. And I don't know why. House of X, welcome in the house. Hey, hey, Andrew, you dressed you up? You want to come in? And Destination Fun, if you want to come up, come on up. Uh, Share it out or whatever if you want to. Get a couple of hours in. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna just talk about a few things. I'm gonna talk about um pier runners. I think it was Ship Life. He showed a picture of some pier runners, and I didn't catch which port they were at, but you see this group of girls, maybe 2 or 3 girls, or women, maybe not girls, women, and they run. Oh, we're in the car and Chloe tablet is loud. I don't care about Chloe. Chloe can have a loud tablet. But okay, I understand. You hopefully you're not on the road, during later on tonight. But you said you'll make it because you're driving. So East Dad, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Uh Anyway, and that's what the topic was. If I look at the description, I said something about peer runners. So I was looking at that video, and it kind of broke my heart. I don't find joy in peer runners. I can laugh at it if they make the ship, but this way, I believe it was a Carnival ship, has already started pulling off. So I knew they weren't going to make it. I knew it was over. So, and I didn't watch the video all the way through, and I didn't see which port it was, but they're pulling off. Okay, destination fun, no problem. And anytime I'm up, you and Embarkation have a standing offer to come on up, even if you just just want to put it on and share it out. You can always do that. Try to get some watch hours in there the easy way. So anyway, going back to the pier runner. So they're running up, and you can hear people, from the balcony saying bye, bye. And again, I mean, taking like pleasure in their misery. And you could hear one of the girls, it's like you could hear the girl say something, but they say the ship was leaving at 4:30. Somebody who's videotaping or next to them says something about, yeah, but it's 5:15 now, which means they more than likely they probably went to one of these ports where the clock changed and went back in time. So probably probably the West Coast. So if you go on the West Coast, if you're in a port and you go to Mexico, sometimes you come, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, sometimes you come back to Pacific Standard Time or to the Mountain Central Time, and instead of being 4:15, I'm sorry, instead of being 4:15 on the ship, it's really 5:15 because your clock, it reset and took you back an hour, and they just didn't realize it. You're a new cruiser, you don't realize you're changing time zones. And you may not understand that you always stay on ship time. No matter what time it is on the island, you always stay on ship time. Ship time. Ship time. If I could tell a new person anything, stay on ship time. East Coast, a lot of times, if you're going back east, so ship time, say you leave New Orleans. Let's say it's 2:30. It's 2:30 on the ship. You start going east, well, it's 3:30. But if you have to be back on ship at 4:30 ship time, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. If you have to be back on board at 4:30 ship time, that's really 5:30. Right. It's 5:30 in the port that you're at. So you're back early because of that time change. But if you're on the West Coast, it's 2:30 ship time, and you go back in the time. Or am I getting, because you got to go forward in time. So maybe you go forward on the West Coast, maybe you go forward, and when the time changes, you lose an hour. So when it's 2:30, it shows 1:30 wherever you're at. And VS speaks royally. Welcome in. So you lose that hour. So your hour, the port time is an hour behind ship time, and you just lose. Your phone reset to that time, and you just don't realize it. And when I did that Trans-Pacific cruise, it became a problem. It was like every other day, every other day, our time was changing. And it was it became a nightmare trying to keep up with the time. And And then you know, when you cross the date line, you gain a day, you lose a day. VS Speaks Royally, welcome in. And for those of you that are new to the channel and or haven't been here much, Nightbot is out there working. So if you type hashtag strong, it'll drop your link. It'll give you a chance to connect with other people in the chat. So, and I believe it was mostly on the West Coast. I've never cruised out of New Orleans, and I heard New Orleans is like that because you're going back in time. So I'll make sure I'll figure it out when I get off a live. I'll figure it out how that works. But I'll always stay on ship time. But let me get back to my pier runners. So people are, laughing, and you could clearly hear, as I said, you could clearly hear her say, but it's 4:15 or whatever. Or no, the ship was supposed to leave at 4:30. And then somebody on the ship says it's 5:15. So that's what they did. They thought they were getting back 15 minutes before all back on board call was out. They thought they were getting back 15 minutes early. And I felt, and so now they're in whatever port this is, let's say Mexico. Probably don't have the passports. They're in swimming suits. I don't know how much money they have on them. I don't know about the credit cards. I don't know how much money how much credit they have. Now you're in trouble. If it's a foreign port, you're gonna have to find your local consulate. Rezapper, well, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here for a little bit. I appreciate you. Thank you. And again, for all of you that just walking in or you've been here for a little bit, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. As they always tell me that it helps the algorithm. I don't know about how much, but it supposedly helps the algorithm. So please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, well, if you like what you're hearing, maybe think about subscribing. I appreciate it. And as my friend I am Betty J. Gather says, if you can, share this out. Let's see if we can expand the Warm Strong Adventure brand to other people. And that's as I come back into YouTube, as I said, I took a break for a little bit, and that's going to be my thing, is trying to expand my reach. A lot of us have a bad habit of sticking in our same community and expect to grow. I mean, you're really not going to grow that way. Like people in my chat, thank you for the 9 people that are here. A lot of you are the ones that know me and always come back and always here. So what I'm trying to do is trying to go further out into other communities and get involved in those communities where people come over from there. And I'm trying to make it, the cruising community. So that's what my goal is here, is trying to, will be trying to go to other channels besides my my good friends. Only thing, VS Speaks Royally, appreciate it so much. I will return the favor. Share it out. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. And again, the great thing about like YouTube is, again, mostly I talk about cruising, but people talk about life. There's a lot of different topics out there. So I mean, we can all watch and support each other, and that's the great thing about YouTube. It's I mean, you can always learn so much. Cruise Nuts, I heard if someone is extremely late to catch the ship, that they have to go to the stateroom and get their passports and wallets and credit cards, and they are appointed to stay after the ship leaves to meet them. I I didn't see that happen, cruise nuts, and that's what I always thought. I thought they when somebody went to, if they weren't going to leave them, they go to the stateroom and try to get all their information, like if the passports. So that's what I heard. So I'm hoping that's the case. I would hope that if I miss, if for some reason I missed the all back on board call, that's what they would do. Canadian Family Life is back. I appreciate you being here. I hope that's what they do, because my fear would be, and a lot of times I don't take my passport off the ship. I have a government ID. It's like a global entry, so it's government ID. It's not the passport card, but even a passport card, you can't fly on the passport card. So I mean, you run into real issues, and I just feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't care as much. Maybe I should join in and videotape them and laugh at them. But that's not me. I mean, again, if you make it back on board, we can sit there and laugh and joke about it. But if you're not making it back on board, I'm not happy. I'm not, and I'm not blaming you, because again, we all had to learn at one point or another in time of how to cruise. We have a laminated passport card with us for info purposes. Yeah, and I always try to do that. Some people take photographs of your passport, which would help probably expedite it, but it's still, you can't fly on a photographic copy of your passport. So it becomes a chore. It becomes a chore, and for me, yeah, I want to see everybody having fun on a cruise. Make it back on board, and let's all laugh about it. If I see somebody on the Lido deck fall, first thing is to check to make sure they're all right. And if they're all right, now we can laugh about it. But so many people see somebody fall and they start laughing right away. Yeah, see, make sure they're okay. I don't like laughing at people's miseries. I like, if people want to laugh, and again, life, you have to learn to laugh at yourself in life. If you make a mistake and something happens, and you say the wrong thing or whatever, learn to laugh at yourself. So when you get up and you got a smile on your face or laughing, people are gonna laugh. Laugh. Don't get upset. Laugh with them. Cruise nuts. Yeah, we all fall from time to time. Cruise nuts. I don't want to jinx myself. Hold on. I've never fallen. So I mean, again, yeah, there's been a few moments where I slipped and was sliding along, but I've never like fallen. VS speaks a lot of true. Make sure the person is okay before laughing, because it's hard. I mean, again, I know it's funny. Mr. Nas, welcome in. The cruising chicks. Good morning. Good morning. And I know, I know it's funny, but again, I if somebody broke their leg, there's not a whole lot of fun in it. Now I will be one quick, if they're doing something stupid, I will be the quick one to say, well, I told you so. If somebody was, the lifeguard told you not to run because of how slick it is. Whoops. How slick the deck is, and you keep running and you fall. Oh, I still want to make sure you're okay. But I will be one of the first ones to say, I told you so. He told you. What did you expect? Cruising nuts. Some of the flip-flops I have taken before were great until water and slick surfaces. I no longer own those. Yeah. Good morning, Z. Welcome in. I try to always take with me a good pair of boat shoes, and that was what. Hold on. Let me look and see. I forget what I put that down as I'm going to do for a topic for this, but this is going to lead into it probably. Oh, topic. Okay. Yep. One of the topics was I was going to talk about this morning is what items are your must have, and this. I saw somebody controversial cruising. He did a video. He had a premiere this morning, and he was talking about items that you must have on a cruise ship. Was take with you on a cruise, not necessarily on a cruise ship, but take with you on a cruise. And I'm like, oh, I wanted to do that topic this morning, so he kind of beat me to it. I was kind of hoping he was in here so we could talk about it. But one of my things is a must have are beach shoes. To me, it's a must for the Lido deck and for when you go to these beaches with the rocks in the water and the ones the beaches that don't have all the smooth sand. Even if smooth sand with the Caribbean sun hitting on the sand, sometimes it gets so hot you can barely walk. So, I mean, beach shoes are one of the things that it's like to me it's a must have for a Caribbean cruise. Of course, if you want to go to Alaska, maybe you don't need it as much. And I actually cruise nuts. I'm a swimsuit, shirtless, no shoe person in the Caribbean. Yeah, but if you go to a beach like Grand Turk, right off the ship, and people tell me it's better if I walk further down, but when you walk off there, the coral reef or whatever we're walking on, the rocks. I mean, you really need beach shoes. And VS speaks, beach shoes are a must. And I look at people. I don't that people. I tell you I don't like people. Anyway, I look at people bringing like glass bottles to a pool area. I mean, why would you do that? And here you are drinking out of a bottle in the pool. Why? Because if something happens to that bottle and it breaks, now there's glass at the bottom of the pool. And to have a regular clear glass. So, long story short, a lot of times you'll see me in the pool area. I still have my boot. I have my beach shoes on inside the pool because I don't like people, and I don't trust people as far as being responsible. You know, if it's a plastic cup, I get it. You know, no problem. But there's too many times I've seen people with glasses, and of course everybody's gonna say, "Well, I'm not gonna break it. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that." No, 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 thanks. Keisha, if you saw me in real life, you say, "My goodness, how could one person be so sarcastic?" You might laugh, but you like when you hear me talking, because I start talking like I'm talking to myself in my head, but I talk out loud. You'll be like, "Wow, he's not a very nice person." Z says prime time will be back at 6 p.m. Central Time. Sure, Z. We can't trust you. You post stuff, but we can't believe you. You'll post it and not be there. And then I got to come on with the real prime time. Did you catch that, Z? Or did you catch my real prime time? I didn't see you didn't come in. You didn't come up for real prime time, so I had to come up with the real prime time, and I was expecting to see you there. No, you didn't show up. You didn't show up to real prime time. Yeah, and they don't. Humans don't think just don't think in safety first most of the time. I understand. I mean, a lot of times you're having fun, you don't think about it, and the bar gave you this glass, and you want to go to the pool, and I mean, um, but I'm always thinking, safety first. Try to give me 1 second. Yeah. Um. Okay. Sorry about that. Some people can't handle the real prime time. You can't handle the truth. That was a good movie, by the way. All I want is the truth. You can't handle the truth. Did you order the cold red? You gosh darn right I ordered the cold red. Anywho, that's from a movie, A Few Good Men. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. The real prime time wasn't. Hold on, it wasn't short. You probably came on for a short period of time. It wasn't short. Real prime time wasn't short. It was an hour and 22 minutes long, almost an hour and a half long. And people loved it. People loved them. People love the real prime time. Cruise Nuts is speaking to Z. So yeah, so anyway, getting back, I start to ramble and I get off topic, and going through the chat. And don't forget, if you're trying to connect, make sure you type in hashtag strong, drop your link. It'll pop up your link, and people here that haven't connected with you can connect to your channel, or at least go check out your channel. And if you're going to go check out a channel, go over there and maybe watch a video, work for 3 or 4 minutes of a video, watch a few shorts. If I go watch people's shorts, I watch a couple of them, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. I believe that helps them stick because, well, I mean, when these people come into my shorts, a lot of them stick. I mean, I'm not gonna say all of them. It looks like all of them stick. So the only problem is that there's not much content. I'm sorry. There's not much crossover between the shorts and the long content. So I don't see a lot of crossover there. So either you watch the long stuff or you watch the shorts. You don't cross in between. Luckily, when you get monetized, you get paid for both. Nah, real prime time ain't about doing a marathon. Nah. Marathons are for desperate people. I thrive on sarcasm and memes. Yeah. Will G, welcome in. Are you back to the States yet? Or are you still over in Colombia? It's a cruise life. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. So let me think. What else? What else? Um, are must have. Like if you had a new person going cruising, what would be the must haves on a cruise ship? And I kind of forget. One of the things I do because I still in Colombia. Nice. I hope your wife is enjoying being back into the homeland for a little bit. That's always good to go visit. Where you're from, and I would imagine it's really nice. I forget, but I cruise so much. Everything I do when I cruise, it's like on on cruise control. I mean, again, I know about what I want to take as far as clothes wise. I know what items I want to have, and I don't even think about it. Uh, One of the things that I do like are luggage tag holders. You know how they give you the tags for your luggage, the boarding tags or the luggage tags for your luggage on a cruise ship. I do. Sip. See, oh, you're hydrating. Oh, hydrating sip. This is actually coffee, and I don't hydrate well with coffee. Uh, Anywho, I like having the plastic covering for those labels because I like it's a metal cord that attaches to your suitcase. Just the way people handle luggage, sometimes those can come off, and I don't want to. I really don't want to risk losing my luggage. I try to make sure that it's no guarantee that you're going to get your luggage, but I try to do that to minimize the risk of it coming off. VS speaks. Memorize the color of the rug on your floor. Ah, y- you know what? You would think they would make it easier, like the direction of the ship. They should have something on floor. Some cruise ships have that, where they'll have like a boat or something, and going forward and backwards, so kind of know the front of the ship and back of the ship. Um, that means a lot. I don't know why they don't do more of that. I don't know why they don't do more of that. Embarkation Nation, portable battery chargers. Yes, but again, and that's for me. Portable battery chargers it should go everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, it should go. Hold on one second, people. All right, I'm back. Yeah, when I travel, I always try to keep a portable battery charger with me. But I mean, it's just um, you just never know. And I have an Android phone. I know a lot of iPhones that they hold a charge well, but Androids, I mean, it seems like when I'm using my Android, I'm always I'm always needing to charge at one point or another. Yes, Keisha, I know it's a diuretic. Thank you, but again, it tastes so good. Again, I'm probably addicted to sugar, so I make sure I have sugar and my cream in it. Um, the one thing that I always cruise nuts. Hold on, I'm get back to what I was talking about. If I don't forget, cruise nuts. I saw that the other day, and was it from Timu? It was from someplace that somebody bought like a portable solar charger, and I think that would be great to just keep at home. Keep when you go on vacation or something like that, in case you ever have a power outage. Trish, she was talking about earlier. I think she was talking about having a power outage there, and again, it's not going to charge your phone up immediately, but you could get a charge. Leave if it's got a sun, you can get a charge to charge your phone or a radio or something like that. Kaz, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Um, One of my must-haves on a cruise ship is a power strip, but it can't have a surge on a cruise ship. It can't have a surge protector. The surge protector, I think it makes it a fire hazard. So no surge protector on it. But again, a lot of cruise ships, you don't have many ports to charge everything. And my goodness, I have so many different things that I charge by doing YouTube. A cell phone, a portable battery, a video camera, headphones. There's just so many things. My phone. Now, I mean, there's just so many things just that needs to be charged. So I always make sure I get one of those. I think Cruise Nuts, a smart charging hub. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you say a smart charging hub, I'm not quite sure exactly what do you mean by a smart charging hub, but like a charging hub where you can plug in more than one item. And a lot of the older ships only have like one plug. I always take with me because I travel internationally a lot. I always take like a converter um, for international travel. Don't ask me why I take it all everywhere I go, but I do. And on a cruise ship, they'll have like a European port or a foreign port charger, so I can use that also as one. Um, when I go overseas, I always take a voltage converter. Most cell phones, most laptops, they have like it's like built in, but some appliances that you have, uh, it won't convert the voltage. So when I went to Australia, uh, I'm not an electrician, so don't quote me on this. But in the United States, we go on 110 voltage. When you go to Australia, they go on 220. So if you plug in something that's built for 110 into a 220 plug, it's going to fry your system up unless you have something to convert that voltage. Again, laptops usually do it. Um, Phones usually do it, but I don't take chances. So if I don't have that converter, I don't plug it up. I don't do it. But yeah, Keisha says those solar chargers are awesome. My solar charger renewed itself on the beach when it was in my bag. Yeah, I the, I didn't think much about it, but I saw somebody, and I want to say they were doing it on a Timu haul. And he started the video, and he said he had his phone. It was charged like let's say 32%. He plugged his phone into this charger. He took it outside, left it in the sun, and by the end of the video, let's say the video was 20 minutes long. It had went up to almost 50%. Yeah, and that's what you need. That's what you need, cruise nuts, and that's what I'm talking about. So if that's smart, and so it doesn't overcharge, yes. But just be conscious of that. I did run into one problem. This is kind of getting off the topic of what must have. My camera, ugh, my video camera here. Mustard drill, welcome in. This is my Osmo Pocket 2. Boop, boop, boop. This is my video camera. It takes still pictures, shoots 4K. I love it. Um, I love it. Turn it on. Boop, boop. Ready? Selfie mode. Hey, Cruise World, how's it going? Anywho, down here is, and I forget what they call it, the do it all handle, I think is what it's called. It's down here. There's a handle to it that makes it Bluetooth accessible as far as doing Bluetooth. The camera itself, if you just want the camera, you don't need that on it. So that's the true size of the camera. And if you look at the top has a gimbal on it. So let me see. There we go. Turn it around. Boop. So I mean, it tries to keep the picture steady. So even though my hand might be moving, or bouncing around, it tries to keep the picture steady. That's what the gimbal is for. So I love this camera. Not waterproof. I'll tell you a story about that in a little bit. Um, but that's the size of it. Well, this handle And oh, that's what I wanted to show you. Let me show it to you real quick. Okay, to charge this camera, you plug it in right here. When I put this do it all handle on, which I would recommend you always get it, you charge it in the back. I was on which cruise ship was I on? I don't remember. I don't remember. But whatever cruise ship I was on, and let's say I was going to bed, I put it on the charger, went to sleep, woke up in the morning. It got so hot that it melted, and I could, and when I tried to pull it out, it literally pulled my charging cord apart because it was so hot. I've never had that happen before. I've charged things overnight before and never thought anything about it. It charged and melted into this, and it destroyed this. The camera was fine, but the do it all handle wasn't any good anymore. So I don't charge anything overnight, ever anywhere because that happened. Even if I have like something that says, "Hey, won't overcharge," like as Cruise Nuts was saying, I charge nothing overnight anymore. Um, and I do it all handle. Let's say I don't know. It's probably $80 or $90. So I had to buy a new one of those. Uh, okay, we'll get back to must have items. So battery charger, beach shoes, battery charger, a charging port with no, well, they can't have a suppressor on it for power surge. It can't have one if it's on a cruise ship. Um, what else that a must a first timer? One thing would be, which is it goes back to the peer runner type of thing, is having an analog, having a plain watch, analog watch. Okay, cruise nuts. Smart charging hub will not have your devices overcharge. It adjusts to proper ampage. Okay, so okay, okay. I thought maybe it would also not allow you to overcharge your battery. I mean, a lot of the newer appliances now and stuff like that won't keep charging your battery. It kind of shuts off once you get to a certain point. Um, but because you go through different time zones, you want something, and now a lot of our phone plans have where you go to Mexico. Well, you can use your phone in Mexico. As soon as you cut your phone on, it's going to switch to that time. Keisha, goodbye. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. I appreciate you. Um, that I mean, it's important to as you said, stay on ship time, and that will help you stay on ship time because I do it now. I do it all the time now because when I go to the Caribbean islands, most of the times I have T-Mobile and I can use my phone on there, and or even you can use T-Mobile allows where it's slow. What I forget what the speed is, but you can use unlimited data on the Caribbean islands. Look at the islands; each island is different, but a lot of them you can. But it's not the 5G or whatever. It's a slower data plan that they use. And so I cut my phone on. When I go to port now, I cut my phone on, but my phone changes to whatever the local time is. The mustard drill. My Galaxy to S23 Ultra will switch to local time, but the lock screen will show both local and ship time, which is usually Eastern. I did that too. I yes, I have the 21. I haven't got the 23 yet. This is the first time. Now I'm getting off topic again, but okay, it's rambling with Bill. So let's ramble. I have the 21 Ultra 21 Samsung, which I love Samsung. I had Samsung, and then a little while back they had the Note. Because I used to love the Note, and the Note started catching fire, blowing up, and all the other stuff. I switched to an iPhone. iPhone was okay, but I still love the Android. So I wound up coming back to Android. So I always get the Ultra series, and I love it. Anywho, my whole life, as far as like cell phones, whenever I could upgrade, I didn't upgrade. You sign a contract, let's say a 2-year contract. So usually the 3 months before the contract is up, would you like to upgrade early? Yes, I would. Yes, please. Um, I would always do it. I've always done that. And with this particular phone, I said I was not going to do that because every phone I had, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ramble some more. I every phone I've ever had, I upgraded it, and nothing was wrong with my phone. I mean, it did everything I wanted to do, and but you wanted the newest, greatest, best phone out there. Every phone I ever had, when I upgraded, there was nothing wrong with the phone that I had. This phone, I said, you know what? I'm not going to upgrade. The upgrades weren't worth whatever you're going to pay for the phone. I mean, this Ultra. I mean, my goodness, it's probably a $1,200 phone, which is crazy. But I like it, so I pay it. But anywho, I wasn't going to do it with this phone, and I wasn't going to upgrade. And on the last day of my contract, and I'm happy. I mean, I'm smiling ear to ear. It's like, oh, no phone payment. Oh, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this phone. And my entire life, how old am I? Yeah, I'm way up there in age. I've never cracked, I've never cracked a phone screen. Never in my entire life. I've dropped my phone. I've never cracked the phone screen. The last day, I mean, literally the last day of my contract, I dropped my phone, the Ultra 21, and shattered the screen, and the phone wouldn't come on. And I didn't drop it from that high, but it was an angle. It hit a table, and it angled, and somehow it cracked. So I was going to go get a new contract to get, and this is like a few months ago, the Ultra 23. But you know what I said? You know what? I'm going to file a claim, and I'm going to get the 21. So I filed a claim for $100 or $99, whatever it was I had to pay, and got the 21 still. So I'm gonna see how long I can keep the 21. See me traveling. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Listening while gardening here in Southern Virginia. You have a beautiful fourth also. I don't have any plans. I don't know if you guys have any plans, but enjoy the holiday. Enjoy spending time with the family and all the other good stuff. I'm doing the same thing with the 23. The plan is to keep it for a few versions. We'll see if it actually happens. This is the first time all my years, Scott. This is my first time doing it, and I was so mad at myself because I dropped the phone and shattered it that I had to get a new one. But I stayed strong and just paid the $100 instead of signing a new contract. I paid the $100, got the phone, and again, I'm happy. I see the updates. I see the updates. And I don't think they're worth it. And the camera, the pictures it takes, and um, I mean, again, I'm happy. I I started, and again, people, it's been a long journey on these YouTube streets. You always learn something else. I try to shoot everything. Like even on my phone, I try to shoot in 4K. But I have shot video like in 8K. And nobody has an 8K monitor. Nobody has a 8K TV. Almost, when I say nobody, almost nobody. Not, and there are no absolutes. If you're ever, I'm going to ramble a little bit. If you're ever on a test, if you're ever taken a multiple choice test, and one of the answers is always, skip that answer because that answer is probably going to be wrong. You know, you always have to stay in the right lane when traveling. Just if it says always, skip that answer. So if you have three answers and one says always, skip that one. Use the other two. You have a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Bill Armstrong's tip for taking multiple choice test. I'm sorry, did I say my name? Armstrong Adventures tips. Oh boy, I'm getting a little too comfortable up here. uh, let's see, Eddie. Everybody's in here. Okay. So what other must have? So we power surge. What are the other must have for new people coming on a cruise ship that you must have? I like, and I didn't realize it till later on. These metal hook, magnet hooks, because most newer ships are starting to get more hooks in the room. But like if you go on older ships, you don't have enough hooks, and there's a lot of things you want to, hang up. Um, So metal, these magnet, and again, I did a video on this at one time. The little hooks that the walls of your cabin usually are metal. You know how they build ships are. There's like these little crates which are your cabins. They just plop them down, and they're made of metal. So you stick your magnet up there and you hang these things up. And I yes, I would bring those to be able to hang up your hats. And what I like to do is going to lead me into my next item, which is not everybody likes it, but my next item is a lanyard holder for your sign and sell card. And most of the things I'm talking about, it will be about Carnival. Uh, Other cruise ships have it too, but now some cruise lines are going away from the selling sign card, the little card that you use as your door key and your credit card on board. Um, I use a lanyard everywhere I go. I always have a lanyard on, and for me, it's just so convenient. And the lanyard has to have the little part. Not that one, because that's the one Carnival gave me. Carnival gave out the cheapest lanyard that for the 50th anniversary. It was the cheapest lanyard I've ever seen. Anywho, the lanyards that where you could take off just the key without undoing it. They have a little clip where it separates the lanyard into two parts. To me, that's a must. When I go, going to pay for something or going to get a drink, easily take that off, hand the card to them, then clip it back on. In the casino, if you're going to stick it in the slot machine, I have left it in the slot machine a few times, but I go back and I get it. So that for me is a must. I know a lot of people that wear lanyards at work, and the last thing they want to do is put a lanyard on when they're on a cruise ship. So I understand that. But for me, it's like a must have. It's like a must have. Speaking of leaving your sign and sell card in the machine at the casino, in the slot machine. Some of these newer slot machines have a phone charger. So it's like you set you're playing a slot machine, right next to it is like a phone charger. You just sit it on, it just plop it on. You don't plug it in, it just plops down and it charges your phone. So I'm in the casino gambling, drinking, and like, oh wow, that's neat. My phone really didn't need to be charged, but it's like, hey, does it work? I put my phone down there, charging the phone. And the very first time I did it, I got up and left my phone there. I mean, it's crazy. I walked away, and then as I'm walking away, I get maybe, you know, uh, uh, 2 minutes away. I walk 2-3 minutes. I start walking. Somehow reach for my phone or going to do something on my phone. Can't find my phone. It dawns on me where I left my phone. So now, been drinking. trying to find the slot machine I was at. It's like, well, which machine was it? Where was it at? Because I've walked all around the casino and walking out the casino and stuff like that. Where was it at? I find it, and my phone is still there. So it was a lucky break. It ended luckily for me. Even though most people on a cruise ship are honest, and most people would have turned it into guest services or to the casino cashier. Most people, I believe. And of course, I didn't have my watch on, so watch on your phone, will give you a notification if you walk away from your phone. But of course, I didn't have my watch on. And another thing, people, um, new people. I mean, again, most people in here, I believe, are seasoned cruisers. But again, when I this is like a list. When I go with people on a cruise and I see blue cards and I'm talking to them and or whatever, if I go on a cruise and with people that are blue cards, make sure you turn your phone off, put it on airplane mode on the ship. Yeah, I try not to pull my phone out a whole lot. You know, cruising up back when I was younger, um, I had more confidence in it. But as I get older, thieves like easy targets. So you'll see thieves, and when I say thieves, I mean like people who like to snatch stuff and run. Women, by themselves or whatever. Uh, Old people, those are like the easy targets. Targets. Nobody's going to pick a young, healthy male usually and try to snatch their phone out of their hand. But you'll see some of these ports where they'll be on bikes and stuff like that, and so you have to be careful. Not a lot, and don't think it's going to happen out. Um, you have to be on constant guard. I am. You have to be aware of your surroundings. But again, everybody's not out to rob you down in Mexico. Everybody's not, where I'm from Detroit. Everybody in Detroit is not trying to rob you and all that. But you have to be aware of your surroundings. But as I get older, um, I think, and again, I've never been robbed, but I think, people start looking at a older man easier target. If they had a choice between robbing me or my son, I think they would pick me, even though I'm the crazy one. Um, so out of sight, out of mind. And when I go, man, this is kind of good. I'm not. I'm telling about things. I'm giving like tips I would do. But when I go off a cruise ship, I put my sign and sell card away. I take it off my neck. I take it off my neck. I have my backpack. I'll put it in my backpack or in my pocket or something like that. I'm trying not to like advertise too much that I'm a tourist, if I at all can. Um, and even my backpack. You know how you put your backpack on? The part of the backpack that fits up against your back. My backpack has a pocket there, so nobody is going to be behind you unzipping your backpack to take whatever you have in your backpack out. Which I've seen video of people doing that, where you'll go to a crowded place and people unzipping your backpack and taking stuff out. Um, if it's against your back, they can't get to it. So I use that. So and which leads me to one of my other things. Take a backpack. Again, women, I know you want your purse and all that other good stuff. Take a backpack because you can keep a ton of stuff in there, keep it organized. And when you're getting on a cruise ship, I always check my bag. Oh, if I have a large bag, maybe if I have I don't care. I don't usually carry a carry-on bag, even if I'm going on a 3 or 4 day cruise. I don't use just a carry-on bag. I use a full-size luggage bag, and I'm not walking around on the ship during embarkation day with full-size luggage. A lot of people do. I don't. I check it in, but everything else I need is in my backpack. Hey, Betty, welcome in. Betty, you are again. You're never late. I appreciate you being here. Um, your medications, your passport, um, a- all of my YouTube, my cameras, and all that other good stuff. I keep in my backpack. My backpack must weigh 30 pounds. But again, when I'm flying, all that stays with me. My chargers, my extra batteries, everything stays with me. Um, okay. Um, but when you have to get on board, if you want to take you're allowed with Carnival, allowed to take a bottle of champagne or wine. So I put it in there. I've only got carded one time. I've put bottles of wine in my bag, and just recently did I ever get carded because I didn't want to carry the bottle of wine. I didn't want to carry the bottle of wine on, so I left it. And I purposely left it in my luggage because they'd never taken out um, any kind of liquor or anything in my luggage. They never have never taken out. They finally took it out. They took my bottle of wine out. I was so mad, but again, it was my fault. I knew it. I was just being lazy. Going back up here, I think Cruise Nut says out of sight, out of mind. Yep. And Cruise Nuts also said, I have a waterproof wallet to carry my sign and sell card and driver license and 2 credit cards and some cash that stay on my swimsuit hidden in the pocket at all times. Yes, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. If you're going to a beach, a lot of times, and I'm a solo cruiser. So when I go on a beach, how do I leave my stuff someplace and get in the water? It's tough. I got to take this leap of faith that nobody's going to steal my stuff. So I try to make it as um, inconspicuous as possible. My back, I have my backpack. I'll put it, underneath the chair or whatever, and I don't necessarily do a lot of filming when I'm sitting down in the chair and then put the camera in the backpack to make it look like I got a lot of stuff in my backpack. So, but like your license, your sign and sell card, your whatever ID you're carrying, have something that's waterproof and take it in the water with you. You know, sign and sell card again, it's plastic, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really have to be waterproof, but take it, just take it in the water with you. Betty's been editing a video for the 14th of July. The 14th of July. Betty, if I was editing this for what's today, the second, I'd be editing for the third. I got to get like you, Betty. I got to get ahead of the game. Betty's playing around with her gimbal and my grip and my grip for the camera. You have to gimbals. I think it's worth it, but a gimbal is a lot of. There's a learning curve. Some are probably better than others. I don't really necessarily like mine because it doesn't automatically balance itself. When I put my phone on my gimbal, I have to balance it. I've heard there were some gimbals out there that will balance the gimbal itself. So that would be nice. But again, it's a learning curve. But the shot that you get is I think is so worth it. I think it's so worth it. If you don't have that, people, you have to learn how to walk with your camera. If it's on just a selfie stick with no gimbal, you have to understand when you're walking, nobody wants to see, you walking. No, nobody wants to see that. I mean, I shouldn't say nobody. Maybe some people do. I get motion sickness, and I don't like to see that. Hold on, let me fix my laptop back. I have it on a stand. Um, and that's where the gimbal comes into play. I mean, it keeps it smoother. Cruise Nuts. If they offer rental lockers, we get them. If not, I have a cable lock. You know what? Cruise nuts. See, look at you learn something new every day. I never thought about bringing a lock for my backpack. That makes a lot of sense. You could put a lock on the zipper for the backpack and then lock the backpack to the chair. Which I mean, a good thief or a thief that really wants to get your stuff will find a way. But again, thieves look for easy targets. I mean, again, and that would not be an easy target. So cruise nuts. I've been on 40 plus cruises. Thank you. You just taught me something, and I'm glad. Thank you for sharing. Um, thank you for sharing because I never thought about that, and that makes sense. And it touches to me because I'm a solo cruiser, and for me to get out there in the water, I literally take a leap of faith that nobody's gonna steal my bag. Lock it up. Makes sense. Good, good. And man, that seems like something that just common sense would have taught me. But again, maybe common sense is not so common. If have to adjust the gimbal for balance. I don't know if you meant I have to adjust the gimbal for balance, but I mean, and I forget which one. But somebody says it adjusts for itself. Betty says, "Yeah, the gimbal is a learning curve. It definitely is." And again, I don't know everything about my gimbal, but I try to know enough to where I can get the shot that I want and keep it smooth. And even out walking, use the gimbal. Yeah, again, and cruise nuts. You know what? And the GoPro, they have stabilization in it. It's not the same. I mean, it's better than not having it. I mean, I would rather have that than not have it. But again, it comes out a rocky picture. But it's better than not having it. But it would never be as smooth as a gimbal. Betty, I believe that's the mode. I believe that's the mode that I use mostly. I you know I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to start using more of like the follow mode where if things work out where I can my lavalier mic and all the other stuff where I can be away from the camera but have the camera follow me that allow me to do some things and show myself doing things without like if you set it on a tripod you kind of have a fixed position. uh, with that follow mode it could actually follow you, so I'm going to try to start using that a little bit more. Can you believe it, Betty? I'm a solo cruiser. Can you believe it? I love the tracking. Yeah, I've used it a few times, so I love it also. Oh man, I'm still thinking about the cruise net suggestion, locking it. Again, never even thought about it. Anybody else? I want to learn some stuff. Anybody else have anything that they have like people? I've been on here almost an hour and a half. Can you believe that? It seemed like I just got on here to be honest with you. Does anybody else have a any suggestions as far as must have on a cruise ship? I think Betty's trying to be funny. Ha ha. I mean, and again, I don't always cruise solo. I don't talk about it if I if I'm not cruising solo. I don't talk about it, but I'm not always a solo cruiser. I know people think. Probably like, oh man, he always goes everywhere he goes by himself. Not necessarily. The FPV, I forget exactly what it stands for, Betty, if that's what you're talking about. And that just it's kind of like the point. It the camera goes where you point the camera. Like most cameras, it goes where you point the camera. Other ones, they have the follow mode where the subject in frame, it'll follow that person. So if that person moves over to the side, it's following that person, and that may not be what you want. And then the other one was, oh, I forget what the other one is. But I just usually I want the camera to follow wherever I'm the direction I'm going in. Honest people stay honest, but true thieves will steal what they are after, no matter what kinds of luck you have. I mean, again, if you show something worth value, yeah, I mean, they're gonna yes, they will try to steal if that's something they really want. But again, if they're just don't know what you have, they look for easy targets. I mean, nobody wants to fight, nobody wants to get caught. They look for easy targets. Whoops, Betty. I really have learned so much on my stuff in the last few days. It's a lot of stuff to learn out here, and everything. Even like with StreamYard, I'm still learning it. We were not. Oh, we weren't asking. Bug spray and deep woods off. Those mosquitoes will find you no matter where I am. I have not had bug problems, but again, most of my adventures have been like at the beach. But yeah, if you're going to go like into like the visiting the islands and going into the woods or the forest, bug spray would be good. And suntan lotion. That Caribbean sun hits differently. It does. You need your suntan lotion. I was telling you we need to know. No, you don't need to know nothing about the man behind the glasses and you said bird, but I think you probably meant beard. No, you don't. No, you don't. You may not like that person. You might like Armstrong Adventures, but you may not like Bill Armstrong. You may like, oh my goodness. Oh, Betty, even editing this morning, I learned some new stuff after almost 2 years to save me time. Good for you, Betty. Yeah, the editing can take some time to learn. Uh, yeah, even in the crystal clear water. What I do a lot of times, Andrew, again, I get in the water. This is my routine when I first get to the beach. Go to the beach, put all my stuff up, maybe take a few pictures or blah, blah, blah. And then I get in the water, I come out. Nope, scratch that. Put suntan lotion on, get in the water, come out, dry off in the sun, get back in the water, come out, dry off in the sun, get in the water, come back, put more suntan lotion on, dry out in the sun, and that's kind of my routine. Find the nearest bar, get a drink. I don't like. What's the name of a movie? There was a movie that came out about it was in a restaurant and it was about the servers. I think was Ryan Reynolds in it. Ryan Reynolds might have been in it, but I can't think of the name of it. And I don't like dealing with servers dealing with my food. I like to deal with the bartenders so I can watch them make the drink and I can watch them open the drink. I don't like having people walk like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't know if they've had a bad day that day or whatever, or it just bothered me. I'm not saying I won't drink it, But it just I'd rather see the bartender make my drink. I'd rather walk to the bar and get it. We love the person you think we do not know, baby brother. You say that. You say that. Wait a second. Wait a second. Andrew, you're supposed to be driving so you can make it there for prime time. Hopefully Jen, nothing personal, Jen. Hopefully Jen is only driving for just a short, period of time while you just take a break or whatever. The movie is called Wait. It could be something like that. It could be something like that. That movie it changed the way I looked at dining in restrooms and how I treat people dining in restrooms. I will never. I'm not gonna say I shouldn't say never. If I do, if my food comes out and it's not right, if it's edible, I just go ahead and eat it. But if it's something like just so wrong that I need to send it back, I am so nice, overly nice, overly. I mean, you could if I asked for a baked potato and you came out with mashed potatoes, I'm eating mashed potatoes. I'm not sending it back to get a baked potato. I don't want it. After watching that movie, I mean, if you ever watch this movie, I mean, it would just, and I could imagine. I've talked to a few people that worked in uh, fast food restaurants, and it's like, my goodness. I mean, people really think like this, and I can see it. And again, I'm not. You will never see me. I could have the worst service ever. You will not see me complain until the day's over. And but then if I complain, I'm not coming back to that restaurant. Embarkation Nation. He's gonna drive home. Andrew's gonna drive home. Yeah, I mean, people waiting was the name of the movie. If you get a chance to see that movie, uh, please go watch it, and it will change how you feel about people. That bring you your food. Will G saw it. See, I'm not the only one. I do not. If you mess up my order, I mean, and I have to send it back, you will see the sweetest, nicest, warm, strong, adventure person that there is out there, and I'm taking the blame for it. I'm like, oh, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I made, maybe I ordered something wrong. Maybe I know I don't eat seafood, but maybe I did order the seafood this time. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. uh, so yeah. What else do a must have? I don't wear hats, but I can see where for a lot of people, especially for people that burn in the sun, make sure you take a hat with you. Eddie, yo, Eddie's Lugo Studios is back in the house. Yeah, take a hat. And take earbuds, take headphones. If you like listening to music, take earbuds because everybody don't want to hear your music. I don't know. I'm guess I'm kind of conservative, and the way I was raised was the way I was raised was you I don't curse. I mean, again, I know people probably see me up here. Maybe they think I don't curse. I don't curse in front of women and children. It's just something I don't do. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're in my group and you're a woman and you're out here cursing like a soldier, or yeah, then again, okay, you will hear me curse. But normally, I won't curse in front of women and children, especially if I don't know the women and children. I don't curse in front of them. But the music nowadays, uh, it has a lot of cursing in it, and people will be at the beach or on the Lido deck and they're playing this music and they're cursing in it and things like that. And I just put headphones in. No, I don't want to hear it. And I see kids walking by and I don't think they should be forced to hear it. And I understand life is life, and people do that now, and that's the way the music is. Because the stuff they say on television now and the stuff that they say on the radio, I don't how why. And I listen to some of these songs. My goodness. But anywho, yeah, bring headphones. Via speaks. I cuss and will stick my fingers in my ears. Yeah. Yeah. Betty says to try not to have a party mouth on the screen. I don't. Again, I don't. Again, I don't mind. I don't want people cursing on my channel just because I don't. That's just not the way I do. I go to some of these channels and every other word is, you're bleeping out bleep 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 bleep, and I don't like that. But again, if you like it, that's on your channel. Have at it. I still, even if I go to a channel like that, I'm still not cursing on your channel. And if you type a curse word in the chat, I won't read it. I'll read it, but I'll edit the curse word out. Carmen for the win. Welcome in, Carmen. And I'm not I'm not a prude either. Again, if it's all adults out there and all this other stuff, have at it. Women and children, and again, I'm a man, and go to the beach and see the thongs and stuff like that. But I don't know when did it become acceptable for women on a Carnival cruise ship to be at the pool in a thong. And again, back when I first started, it's been a while. I first started cruising in 1990. But they're in thongs, and I understand. Human sexuality is what it is, and I understand European standards are different than what U.S. standards are. But at one time, it wasn't accepted. But now it's like accepted, and once you get out the pool, I'm from the day that women would put like a cover up on. Now they're walking through the Lido marketplace and got the G-string on and all this other stuff, and I see kids and it rubs me the wrong way. And again, I don't consider myself a prude, and if we were on Virgin voyages and I'm game, let's go. If you want to come with me and go to Orlando, I can tell you where all the strip clubs are, and Miami, let's go to the strip club on Ocean Drive. I'm game, but I'm not in front of family. In front of families and kids and stuff like that, I just don't like it. Maybe I am getting old. I try not to Embarkation Nation. I try not to cuss. I definitely don't cuss on camera. Where I'm from, cussing is a sentence enhancer. Yeah, again, you got to get your points across sometimes, and sometimes just certain words they just flow. It's just. Yeah, that's it. He really meant that because he said such and such. But again, if we're at the nightclub, hey, whatever happens at the nightclub, I'm all in. It should be all adults in there. So hey, I'm all in. Bud Files, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. It means a lot. The Bud Files are everywhere. They are everywhere. First of all, they're on doing their own videos and lives and all this other stuff. They're doing their own. But when they're not doing that, they are at everybody's channel. I don't care what kind of channel I'm at. The Bud Files are there. If they're not there when I get there, it won't be long before they're popping in. They're popping in, showing some support. So very, very supportive people. Great channel to get to know, I believe. Bud Files, if you could type #strong to drop your link. Anybody who's not connected to the Bud Files, go ahead and connect. As you see, most people in here, I'm almost sure most people in here already know them. It's like Scratch and Pete. Everybody knows Scratch and Pete. So yeah. Well, let's see. What time is it? It's 12:30. You know what? I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. Um, I am going to drop the link, and anybody who wants to come up, you can come up. Only thing I ask is that you come up, you show your face, so I know who it is. And if I don't know you, you may not come up. If I haven't like checked out your channel, or saw you in other chats and things like that, so you may not come up. But come on up. You can talk about your channel. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Usually, you talk about cruising, but if it's something you want to talk about, I'll give you the opportunity to talk about your channel. If you tell me what your channel is about, and you try to, that'll be your chance to try to convince everybody in the chat. There's 11 people here. Hopefully, we get some more in here, but tell what your channel is about and why people should come over and watch your channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link. And if you don't want to come up, that's fine. Obviously, I don't mind. I don't mind talking. I thought you guys might be tired of me talking. You might want to hear somebody else talk for a little bit. Carmen, I'm not approved, but I try to be careful with my tops because let's just say the exercise. Say the exercise from the book movie. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. I'm not sure that. I'm not sure exactly what that means, Carmen, because I don't think I've seen the movie or the book. But yes, and I don't consider myself a prude either. Man, this coffee, I don't know why I like it so much. Well, I do know why, because I drink so much of it. Like in the morning, if I'm up early, I drink my coffee. So what else? What other things do I think first timers on a cruise? This isn't a an item, but I will say that if you can get to your cruise port a day early, and this is for everybody, but not just new people, do that. The worst thing you can do for me is stress yourself out as far as whether or not you're going to make the cruise. I flew in the cruise port the day of a cruise, and I've always I start my vacation off in panic mode because I'm always wondering whether or not the flight's going to be delayed, bad weather, mechanical problems. I try to do a day early. If it's a nice port or whatever, maybe 2 days early. I mean, my goodness, take the stress off. Because for me, when I leave a day early or 2 days early, my vacation starts when I get to the airport. Because I'm in vacation mode, but I'm not stressed. The flight's been delayed for an hour. I'm not stressed. I'm going, well, okay, where's the bar at? Where's the nearest bar? Or what restaurant do they have open that I want to try that I can spend 3 times the amount of money that I normally would for food? But yeah, I mean, again, and this is mostly because I fly everywhere. Every cruise port I go to, I fly. But Cruise Nuts is talking about, especially if you're flying in, but even driving in, give yourself some time because cars break down, traffic happens, and all the other stuff. Don't wait till the last minute. And I always try to fly. I fly someplace and I look at the flight schedule. So if I'm flying in the day of, I always try to find where if that flight canceled, what are my other options? I have to be able to get to the port by, let's say, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Get to the port, not get to the city, get to the port by 2 or 3. What are my other options? And that's just what I do. I just try to give myself other options in case my flight got canceled. Here in Michigan, in the wintertime, snowstorms. I mean, you don't know when the flights are going to be delayed and can't make it in and stuff like that. And I try not to put that much kind of stress on myself. So if you can, get there early. Eddie, Alice and her sister are on their way home from lunch. Otherwise, I'd be joining you, Bill. No problem, Eddie. I was telling Destination Fun and Embarkation Nation, fine. You have your hours in. A lot of times I don't do like the co-host and things like that, but I know they wanted hours and needed hours. So for me, it was a way of just getting some hours in for them. You have your hours, so it's not really a big deal. Hours and subscribers. Yay! Carmen. Yes, vacation starts when I clock out for work the last day. Actually, Carmen, that's the way I am too. The last day when I hold on one second. Back when I worked, Carmen, that's when it, I felt like vacation had started then. I'm retired now, so now it's when I get to the airport. Back in the good old days, though, that last day of work, vacation has begun. And I started packing again like the night before the cruise, or maybe 2 nights before the cruise. But again, been cruising a long time. I know what I want to take. I know what I have to take. So there's the butt files there saying hi again. So it's not really hard for me to pack. YouTube has kind of made me change the way that I pack, because you get self-conscious now, because I record myself. I gotta go out and start buying like different clothes. I may have to go to Shein or whatever these places and start buying new clothes, because I was, I would go on a cruise and I knew which shirt I wanted to wear, and this shirt I'm going to wear to the beach, and this shirt I'm going to wear there, and I knew exactly what I was going to wear. But now, because I'm doing videos, man, I gotta start mixing it up now, because I start doing these videos. It's like, what cruise was that on? Was that this cruise, the last cruise? I go back looking at pictures, and it's like I wore that shirt here and there, and people are tired of seeing me in that shirt. So yeah, YouTube has kind of changed, kind of the way that I buy clothes, because I'm when I first started cruising, I used to always, buy buy new clothes. I always had to get always wanted like a solid pair of white gym shoes. Every cruise I would go on, I would always buy a new. Hey, cruising on the high seas, welcome in, Rob. I would always buy a new pair of shoes, and now not so much. I mean, now whatever I have, that's good. That's good enough. Hold on, somebody's at my door. Hold on. Ding dong. Hey, Betty, welcome in.
Uh-oh. Hold on. There we go.
You're good.
Oh, I had to come up. I wasn't coming up.
What did I do now?
I can't wait till you get some new clothes.
Oh, no. I just need different clothes. I
Well,
don't
different
dress
clothes
up.
is new clothes.
No. I mean, I'm talking like new T-shirts and new Sheen shirts and $5 shirts.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
ain't
difference.
say the cost. You can go to the secondhand place and get new clothes.
Ooh, good thinking there.
Yeah. All
Good
the
thinking.
time right here.
Good thinking. Cruise Nuts. I just let wifey pick out what outfit she is wearing and what she would like me to wear to match. See, that's nice. The good old days. I can remember that.
What you mean the good old days?
I don't have nobody I match clothes outfits with, and
you match outfit. I never did that.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, again, especially like formal night or something like that. It's like, this color dress, and I put on this color suit or whatever. Yeah, back in the good
I
old
never
days.
did that, and I'm older than you.
Eddie
Go
says
figure.
pineapple shirts for the booze cruise. No, it attracts too many crazies, Eddie. That's why I always avoid pineapple conversations. But yeah,
Honestly, cruise people, people that don't go cruise, they wouldn't know about the pineapple. Now that I know about the pineapple, I look
and
at pineapples differently. Huh?
more specifically, it's upside down pineapples.
Yeah, well, I knew that too. Y'all schooled me on that.
And Eddie says, 1085 Timu Bill. We got ours already. You never know. I might get one just to be part of the group, and especially like when you go on a group cruise, because again, you kind of want to fit in with the group, and it helps share your channel out, and you're part of that when you're part of that group, and do things as a group, so it gets your channel out more. Not that I'm thinking about, on vacation, thinking about how to grow my channel, but yeah, since I'm there, I might as well.
And before I go down, he just up here, y'all. He need to be working on a video right now.
I've already told you. I go
Ain't that right
live when
destination? Huh?
I go live when I'm procrastinating.
And we know that now.
So if I'm up here and I'm up here for 2 hours, good and well, I'm supposed to be doing
I
something
know
else.
that's what I said because I'm getting down
Rob
because I need to
with
get.
Cruise Brothers, welcome in, my friend.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hope all is well in the travel industry. So
Yeah.
far, so good. We're up here just talking about what new cruisers should bring on a cruise, and just our different little travel stories.
Yes,
So thank
Eddie.
you, and your name sounds familiar. So I believe you're a first timer in here. So I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
There's a lot of cruising channels in here. So if you type in #strong, that'll drop a link for your channel, so other people can connect with you. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I go.
what's wrong?
We can now. Honestly, y'all, I know I must be crazy. I can connect with and then type while I'm on the computer in your chat.
Probably.
I didn't. That's something new. That's something new because they say join the chat. Then I'm gonna have to sign in to YouTube the normal way. Well, I'll be good, God darn. That's something new. It says join the chat. Am I behind y'all? I'm gonna get down because I have a bad habit of taking over people.
Oh, you're fine, Betty. Yeah, you're good. You're always good, Betty.
I know. I just came up here to see if we still had it. Bouncing back
Always.
and forth. I really did, but that's something new. Join the chat. Can somebody tell me, is that something new? I could write on the computer. I used to couldn't do that on someone else's channel.
I guess I never really looked. I mean, like through StreamYard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
That's never been there. Join the chat.
I'll take a look. I've never seen that. Join the chat.
I ain't gonna sign in because it's gonna be a two-way sign in.
No,
No, Betty, when you go in the chat, there's a blue link that you hit at the top of the chat. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm not streaming out, Eddie. I don't stream out all the time. What I'm saying is it just says join the chat. I'm not streaming out.
Yeah, what Eddie's talking about is, we all know
about co-streaming. I know that part.
But Betty is saying something different, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm not streaming. Then it says connect. And then, okay, let's use baby boomers. Allow.
VS Speak says maybe you got signed out accidentally.
No. Okay, this is what it was.
Maybe not.
I never knew I could type. This wasn't here. I don't care what y'all say.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, like me. I can write. Okay, let's just say Eddie. I can write now. E-D-D-D-D-D-D-D.
Like by this being my stream,
See?
I can be on StreamYard and type in the chat.
Yeah. And I used
But,
to cut, and I used to have to do it on my phone.
but yeah, but when I was on somebody else's live, I couldn't type in the chat directly from StreamYard. So that's
Yeah. Now I can. I just wrote on my computer. Well, I'll be good guy, John. That's new.
Hey, Rob, have a nice trip to see Grandma. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you.
Grandma.
So yeah, I mean, that if again, because I mean, just was it yesterday? Yesterday, I couldn't do it yesterday.
That is so good.
Anthony on the move. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here.
Hello.
VS Speaks. Yes, I used to keep one open so I could comment on a chat when I was on somebody else's live. I still, if I'm hosting the chat, I still have to keep my YouTube chat live.
You don't have to do it no more.
Boot people out and do the certain things.
Yeah, that you still got to do.
But to make a comment, if it wasn't your live, you had to have one open so you could chat in the live. And what Betty, it sounds like she's saying, so maybe I'll find somebody's chat to get onto when I get off.
Yeah, it works because let me put cruise nuts. I'm doing it on my computer. I don't know what happened to him. Jesus, come back. Okay, see that? It just came up.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, again, I mean, that's what we've always been able to do.
But we still got to have another one open and muted, in case we need, we ain't got Pete or somebody here because Pete watch all the time. So.
Man, Pete's always got your back.
Yeah.
I can remember I had
you know what? I see Pete eating sandwiches all day at the computer. Yes.
Pete, we want to know what do you eat? How do you eat? Do you have a set time to eat, or are you always just sitting at your computer and snacking all day long?
I'm sure he's got it all this time. He got it worked out for sure.
Sandwiches and Red Bulls.
And I think I'm the only one that don't want Pete to go live. I want Pete to stay as he is. Leave him alone.
Nope. I want him to come on.
No, Pete, don't ever. You hear me?
We want to know the man behind the scratching Pete.
No, you stay like Charlie's Angels. Charlie. Okay. Don't let these people mess you up. Then, Pete, if you go on one live, everybody gonna want you on the live. You'll know. I'm doing this selfishly because he will never be able to come in the chat stand.
Why?
Because he'll be on people's shows talking.
Oh. He'll find a way. If anybody can find a way, he'll find a way.
Royally, she'll be talking about the royal family. He'll be up there talking about the royal family. About William, he went bald head. His brother, all of them bald head. They have a head full of hair when they're young.
People don't we all? I mean, we all.
I didn't know you younger.
Cruise nuts.
One and Joe.
Why we don't live?
We got a lot of hair.
Why we don't live? Why we don't do lives? It takes away the mystery. It is cruise nuts. I've seen you come up on a few people's lives. But again, it is because I can remember when I first started coming around and started seeing your name. It's like, who are the cruise nuts? You see the videos and you get a picture of them, but it's like, who are they? And then you come up on a few lives and start talking. But it does take away the mystery.
It's good to know you, though. It really is. You really get to know people when you go on lives. You get to know them even though they don't even have to say anything. You know them.
Just like, I know Betty is never going to go on a cruise, no matter what she says. Oh, I'll think about it. Oh, she ain't never going.
That's another thing about me. If I say I'll think about it, yeah, you got it. If I say yes, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. If I say no, it's like I'm supposed to meet up with a friend today at 3:00. I wish I wasn't late. That's the only thing. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Travel with us and you'll know us firsthand. Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna be.
You got me a ticket? You got me a free ticket for my 70th birthday? Somebody gonna buy me a ticket on my 70th birthday.
I think that person's called your husband.
No.
I think that person is called your husband.
It's gonna be the cruise community.
Hold
Cruise,
on,
let's
hold
say
on, hold on, hold on,
maybe.
hold your
Shoot.
horses.
Yeah, you don't know.
Maybe.
You don't know till look. I got free Canva. Okay, so I mean, you never know.
You never know. You never know. And unless you ask, you never know.
Yeah, fly me out to the shoot, child. You think I'm gonna turn that down? Somebody pay for a ticket, fly me wherever I need to go, pay for the hotel room, and get me on the ship. Shoot. They say they ain't say all
Right.
that.
And again, I would be a little leery of the price of that cruise. I know it's free. Yeah.
What's
Okay.
gonna be the price?
Well, yeah, that's what you would have to find out.
I wouldn't have to find out nothing.
No, okay.
You would look like I'll do what I don't want to do. Don't start him.
Oh yeah,
Don't
okay.
start.
Keep that free cruise.
Destination. I am not applying for no helping hands because it's gonna come with something. Whenever you get anything free from an organization, and it's good, I ain't taking that.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Ooh, that's good, but for me, no, I need to get somebody to pay for it with no stipulations.
But I would and again, destination fun. See, like Betty just doesn't want to go. So that's Helping Hands. I think is, and I think it's a great organization and the cause. But that's for people that that couldn't afford to go,
Yeah,
or they have like some kind of disability where they need some extra care, and that's what I kind of think that's for right there. I don't. Betty wouldn't. No, I mean that would be like
teasing about it. Honestly,
yeah.
If I needed some money, I'll get me some helping hands.
Right. If somebody like that, and I could see that. So I mean I would that's not what Betty. She doesn't want to go. Cruising on the high seas. See you later. Talk to you later, Rob.
Oh, I know what would be good to say. Okay, we got the helping hands. How do you donate to those funds? That would be a good.
I don't know exactly. Sean, he's from Australia.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, he goes through that. I think there's Meg. She changed her name, Meg. And seas or something like that. So again, there's a few people that know about it. I don't know. I've never looked at it hard enough because they have like a marathon and where they try to raise money for it. And I should participate in it because actually I talked to Sean as far as doing that. But I thought about doing something like that for like inner city youths that would never have the opportunity to go on a cruise. And just to show them, because a lot of people, by me being from the inner city, there's travel is not something that they can't do or won't do or don't know about doing. So being able to open the world up to to somebody like that, I think would be a good call. So actually, I had talked to Sean, but then this was a little while back, but I haven't taken it any further than that. I mean, again,
I would love to donate to that. I know it was an organization. I can't remember it right now, but I was going to college after I got divorced. And I forgot the organization. United Way. Because at work, they used to force people really to, but I always loved to give to them because they helped me. They paid for my child care while I was in college. So I always remembered that part of it. So yeah, I would love to donate toward that. I would love to.
Rooted in essential oil, famous is here. Hey. Bill and Betty, my favorite people.
Isn't that sweet? We're going to try to make that happen for y'all. We're going to try to make it happen.
Cruising on the high sea says, and there is a cruise, a thin this weekend, July 7th through the 9th. maybe I think this weekend there's there's always a cruise. Oh, maybe is he talking about a helping hands for cruise? Maybe I'm not sure. Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. But yeah, I mean, again, it's always good, to help out and give people, especially people who need.
Mhm.
Again, do I have everything? No, but I've been blessed
Yeah,
enough to
yeah.
be able to do a lot of things in life, and
Yeah.
just helping other people.
Mhm. And it don't even have to be, it could be a couple of dollars, you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean nothing. Yeah, I mean no, it's nothing. It's
Yeah,
nothing big.
and I think sometimes that's what people think, it gotta be it could be a dollar, them dollars add up.
But some people are just ungrateful in this world. So it happened to my son. Well, he was coming out to visit or to get on the cruise with me. It's going to Alaska. You give the porter, $2 or $3, but the
Mhm,
guy seemed ungrateful of that.
mhm,
And he asked me what I would give. I said normally I'd probably give $5, but $2 or $3 per bag to me is more than enough.
mhm.
But and most of them, are grateful for that. But you'll run into people that aren't grateful, and that brother,
Yeah,
I said, no problem. I'll keep my $2 or $3 myself. You don't need it. Um, so I'm always grateful, and no matter uh, I, people just stopping in here saying hi. I got 11 people in here stopping in here saying hi. I'm
yeah,
grateful. You don't have to be here spending time with me right now.
mm-mm.
I appreciate coming in here and just listening to me talk and ramble. VS Speaks. Have a great day, everyone. See you around the YouTube halls. We will see you around, VS. Appreciate you being
Alright
here.
now.
The Betty and Bill Show or the B&B Conversations. What do you think? You never know.
Never know.
When we were trying to get watch hours and subscribers and all this other stuff, we used to do a show in the morning. People loved it. And me and Betty going back and forth, this, that, and the other. And then sometimes we'd actually agree.
Sometime.
She's got a new tool now. So now she knows how to type in the chat easily. So she's up here typing up a storm in the chat. Destination Fun. Sherry, I got another yummy fast dessert recipe for you to try if you're interested.
Oh,
And,
Lord.
and we want to see the video.
Don't send it to her. Please don't send it to her.
Embarkation Nation. I love that there is an opportunity for
Yeah,
someone to be
it
able
is.
to be on a cruise, me too, because I guess I love cruising so much that I think everybody would love it. I know they don't, because a lot of people don't like being on the water, and they don't um, just don't like cruising. Period.
Yeah.
Some people prefer like going to a land destination, which is fine.
Uh, But you know what? Honestly, I tease about it. I'm sure because I love quietness and stuff. And I know some ships early in the morning are quiet and you can read and do whatever. And probably once I would ever go on one, I probably would be hooked. I probably would. I tease a lot, but I have never tried it. So who knows? I've
Yeah,
only been on a dinner cruise.
yeah.
And
Well,
that,
I mean, again, there are quiet spots on the ship that you could go away if you just want to read, or if you get a
yeah,
balcony, you could go out, on your own balcony. And a lot of people do that. I
yeah,
don't do that because I kind of, even though I'm not, real outgoing, but I like to people watch. It's like, when I go to Vegas,
yeah.
I love, if I'm going to a restaurant, sit me outside so I can watch the people walking by, and I can talk about them all day long as they walk by me or whatever. And that's kind of what I like doing. So on a cruise ship, you always see me on the Lido deck. Um, I've
Did
had a
Mike?
few,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've had a few people come up to me and recognize you or whatever, and or they see you around with a camera, and they want to know what you're doing and stuff like that. So you're doing, like, a lot of times I have my computer with me and I'm editing. They come up and want to know what I'm doing. So we sit there and talk and maybe make dinner plans and stuff like that. So most of the time it's women that come up to me, and most of the time it's women that come up to me and we started talking, and let's get together, let's go on an excursion and stuff like that. So, but
Well,
that's why I
I
say
didn't know you single.
they don't. Well, they see you around, they see you by yourself all the time. So, but again, no, people come up and they speak, and you start talking and
I
where I'm
know
from.
you know I'm teasing.
And again, a lot of times that's what I say. When I go solo, I'm never alone. I'm if I want to be alone, I can be, but going on excursions and stuff like that, people are always looking for other people because there's a lot of other singles on the cruise. And matter of fact, every night they have like a single mingle, single meetup, single mingle.
Single.
Hey,
Oh, I didn't
hey,
know
hey,
that.
hey, Embarkation Nation. Yeah, I think I better watch what I'm saying here. uh, and I was telling people earlier, again, just because you see me on a cruise doesn't mean I'm by myself. Most of my cruises, a lot of my cruises, I do solo, but not all of my cruises. But most people that I hang around with don't want to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I
So
don't blame them.
yeah, I
I
mean,
don't,
and so again, I'm not going to post them or whatever.
yeah, I don't
Um,
blame them. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But now, after yesterday, since somebody recognized me, that mean I can't go out sloppy.
hey,
I was so
wow.
glad I wasn't sloppy.
Well, I'm always going to be sloppy.
I'm like, praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. And women know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think I'll care in a little bit because after a while, everything becomes normal. You know what I
It do-
mean?
it's still tough for me. Like even like on a cruise ship, like when you walk around like with a gimbal, especially like for my cell phone, it's big and it's like real obvious that you're not like the normal cruiser because most cruisers have like a selfie stick or a just the cell phone. So it gets to be real obvious when you have like a microphone on with a windsock to cover the mic up, and it gets real obvious that you're doing more than just being a normal cruiser. That people get interested, and I get self conscious of that because I don't like pulling my camera out around people, videotaping I might be just videotaping myself. But I always try to find like a quiet spot where I'm by myself and do it there. I don't like doing it around people. Even though you have the camera on, people are jumping in front of the camera and hey, how's it
I
going?
know.
And then you see all the YouTubers, you're on live, you're on live.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? I mean, you see it all the time.
Yeah, I don't think I'll use a gimbal inside a store. I don't know if anybody use a gimbal when they're shopping in the store because it's pretty big.
Yeah. Embarkation Nation says, I bet he's going to need an entourage. You'll need
Yeah,
a.
girl. Oh no, that's not
It's
Jennifer.
probably Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. I'm telling you, Andrew, I'm gonna need it. Jennifer was trying to get me to babysit Chloe. I said, girl, you done lost your mind.
Woo! Speak about babysitting. My
She made me.
grandkid.
But you know what? Since my granddaughters got by 10, I wouldn't mind watching her because
Yeah.
now she can basically take care of herself.
My grandkids yesterday, man.
Oh, tell me about it.
I thought, I'm waiting. Hey, it's time. Ain't it time to take a nap? I got there like noon,
We
and
talked about that.
and didn't get didn't the parents didn't get back to midnight, and I'm expecting them to go to sleep, take a nap. No, man, they were up hanging. My granddaughter, she's 4, she's hanging. It's like, well, it's almost bedtime. No, I don't want to go to bed. Okay, well, you can stay up a little bit longer. And her favorite movie was Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh.
And again, we played it like 3 times in a row. The movie, not like a little clip.
Ah, oh my
3 times in a
God.
row.
She didn't
And
go to
she's not even
sleep.
paying attention to the movie.
She didn't go to sleep.
She didn't go to sleep till it was 10:30 at night. She stayed up, no nap, no nothing. She was up hanging. We were eating pizza and breadsticks, and and sliced up watermelon, and she was hanging like a big dog.
And when she went to sleep, you say, "Praise God."
Well, then I was tired. I wanted to go to sleep. It was time to go home then, though. But it was like, yeah, okay. Rooted in essential oils. If you ever go on a cruise, I'm pretty sure you're in someone's video on YouTube. You are famous. I used to, when I went on a cruise, uh, I used to always go back and search that cruise, like the date of that cruise, and go back and look to see if I could see myself in a somebody's video. And Together We Travel. Everybody in here probably knows who they are. Together We Travel. We went on the Mardi Gras together and didn't know it, but in one of his videos, he's walking back onto the ship from a port. I think it was Grand Turk. He's walking back onto the ship, and I'm walking off the ship, and then you see me walking by him, and he had his camera on. So I did find myself in somebody's video on YouTube. Embarkation Nation. Jen told you, Bill. Jen told you, Bill. Oh, who it is? Famous. That's my son. Up till midnight last night. I said, boy, if you don't go to sleep.
Famous. Didn't we talk about that yesterday?
Chloe stays up and parties. Well, I didn't expect this because she has a routine like for school and things like that. Together We Travel are in. Together We Travel are they're in here. Hey, Together We Travel. If you came in earlier and I missed you, I'm sorry. Welcome in. It's funny because we were talking about that video. It's like, and that's how I first met him. Didn't know who he was. Didn't know his name or anything like that. And there was somebody else on the cruise with us at the same time. And I don't recall who it was, but him and the other guy got together and they did a video clip together. But anyway, I remember seeing that. I'll never forget that. But my daughter, she was up hanging, and you could tell she was getting tired.
Yeah.
My nephew, my grandson. Now he's a little younger. Now he hung, and he probably hung to about 8:30 or 9. So he stayed up from and he's March, he'll be 2. He stayed up all that time, and he was tired. But as soon as he got tired, my granddaughter was running over, waking him up, and he'd get back up. Now he's playing. And I mean, they did that until about 8:30 or 9 is when he went out for the count. I laid him down. He was still awake, but he was so tired. I laid him down. He turned over and went right to sleep in his crib. But my granddaughter said, nope, she wasn't having none of that. But now I'm stuck. I'm not watching what I want to watch on TV or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching Alvin and Chipmunk, Ice Age, and what else? It was some other show.
Yeah. But as they get older, because even when my granddaughter came, you got to monitor what they're looking at. So
yeah,
because they get sneaky. She can find it on her phone anyway. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah.
Famous says it's summertime, but it's Mario Brothers movie keeping him.
Oh Lord.
We haven't seen that one yet.
Movie.
Yeah, we haven't seen that one yet.
The new one. That's good. You should go see it.
Will says it was Kurt from See Me Traveling. Okay. I remember you talking to him, and I remember I knew whoever the person was, I knew from YouTube, but I'd never met in person. So from See Me Traveling. But again, you'll be surprised, and you go on these cruises, and now a lot of people wear T-shirts, describing their channel and things like that, and you can tell by the equipment that they have that they're probably YouTubers. So you just making conversation. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I carry cards around with me now, so I pass out cards to people that are interested, or if I get a good clip of like say Love and Marriage or some of these musical acts come out in the audience and interact with the audience, and they're near me, and I get a good clip of somebody near me. There were a couple from Michigan that I got some good clips of them, so I give them a card so they can reach out to me, and I can give them the clip so they can have it. Embarkation Nation says, and you watched the
Mhm.
same movie at
Remember
least 3
them
times
days.
that day. I did. I mean, I don't realize it. I watched the Little Mermaid twice yesterday, and I don't recall ever. I don't recall the story. I remember part of the story, but I don't remember seeing all of the story. So maybe when I was younger, I didn't never watched it all the way through or whatever because I didn't know how it ended.
Jurassic Park. That first one. And it didn't get exciting. Even the kids say they looked like they was falling asleep till later on in the
Yeah,
movie. It got exciting. And then it was one where the man was flying around up. I forgot the name of that one.
Superman.
No, it wasn't Superman, Rocket Man or something, child. And then, but I really love Lou Gossett was in this where the young boy went to save his father from Iran or one of those countries. And that was
Oh,
good.
I remember that movie.
Ooh, and I didn't want to go see that one.
They made like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, that first one was good. I need to go find the second, third, and fourth
What
because
was
I
the name of that
really.
movie?
Oh, I'm
I
trying to
can't
think.
think.
Do anybody in the chat remember where the little boy goes? Lou Gossett teach them how to fly,
Right,
and
his
he
father
goes
was
to
a
save
pilot,
his
got captured
father.
or something, and
Yeah,
the government not gonna go save him, so they go save him.
yeah.
Cruising up, Bill, laminate your cards yourself to save some cash.
Not Iron Man.
I do. I try to laminate my cards if I need it. My sign and sell card, I don't worry about. So I don't worry about that. Yeah, the sell and sign card, I never worry about them. I mean, even if it does get faded, uh, I just get a new one. Squirrels Magnet Fishing, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I said Superman. Embarkation Nation says Iron Man.
See, destination. I told you to go on the fourth, girl. You'll be busy. Everybody be home. Everybody don't go out like they used to on the fourth. Let's, you know, they got something planned, and everybody's doing everything this weekend anyway.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Cruising us. He's talking about. I thought he was talking about the sign and sell card. He was talking about like
Yeah.
the business cards that I have.
Oh,
Okay. I never thought about that. That makes sense. But I
you
still,
don't
again,
laminate them for other people though.
yes. If you pass them out, like say you're in the pool area
Okay.
and you pass them out, that way if they get wet, they're still good.
What?
I really when I'm in the pool area, I don't really pass them out a lot, and I don't worry about them getting wet. I guess I'd have to think about that one if it's worth like the cost to do that. Embarkation Nation is too hot to do anything.
Squirrel magnet fishing and outdoors. Fishing and outdoors.
That's another good hobby. Going to magnet fishing. You don't know what you might pull out the lakes. Pull out a safe. It could have $1 million in it. Hey, Bill and Betty, I will watch you guys over. Have to run and do some errands today. Have a great day. Famous, appreciate you stopping in. Thank you so much. Betty and
Bye
her
bye.
Betty and her newfound magic. You Betty.
No.
And for everybody who's just coming in, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. And it's supposed to help with the algorithm. Whether it does or not, who knows. Also, if you can share this channel out, we would appreciate it. Or at least I would. I don't think Betty's co-streaming or not. So
probably we got on together regular. Probably we probably should do it that way.
yeah, you know what? I'm not. I mean, again, I guess it does. And again, hold on
If
one
it was
second.
me and you, it would work.
A lot of people probably know Belt Loop. Hey, Bamanola, welcome in. Belt Loop. A lot of people probably know Belt Loop.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how to grow your channel, so you're co-streaming
Mm-hmm.
with different communities, and how it can share your channel out to different communities, which makes sense. I
Yeah,
guess I'm more. What I try to do now is I told before you came on. I was trying to tell people that what I want to start doing is expanding my market um, in the cruising community, but with different people. So
yeah.
now I search out other cruising channels that I'm not as
Mhm.
subscribed to, and try to go to and
Hey,
try to connect with them.
yeah. Because Famous, I wouldn't have really known him if I wasn't around you or in somebody's chat.
Yeah,
So you do get some people.
yeah. Yeah, and you never know. You never know. Like for me, you never know who likes cruising. There's a few people.
Yeah.
Uh, Felicia Fr. Humphrey.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about her. Being a big cruiser or traveler, and come to
Mhm.
find out, and she's a traveler.
Mhm.
And some other people from the Guardian Homestead community.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the homestead communities, they're having a Alaskan cruise.
Everybody
So
cruising. The homesteaders.
there's quite a few people, quite a few people.
Another thing too I learned was even though you may not like cruising, you like the person. So then you start listening. Like CV baseball, I don't like no kind of sports, y'all. And but it's the way I told you he goes into the history of the card. And that's what I like about him. So see, he got somebody because I like that
Yeah,
part.
and again, I mean, the ideal for me behind doing the eh, spreading out to different channels is trying to get people who aren't YouTubers
Yeah.
but want to watch your videos. And as much as I may like the homesteading community, and I may as much as I may like other communities, yeah, you can go support somebody, but that's not where you're going to get a lot of your views from.
Hmm.
For when you start looking at like a lot of these big cruising channels, it's from all the YouTubers that not are YouTubers, or on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
people that are looking up about cruising. It's looking up, I want to go to a cruise. What do I wear? What do I bring? I want to go on a cruise. What's Grand Turk like? What I'm going on the Carnival Spirit ship. What is the ship like? And I've got a lot of views, even like off of cab, cabin reviews or video cabins.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
You broke up just a little bit. You're back.
Oh, yeah. So I got a lot of views for people looking at my cabin reviews. That's because you got people out here who've never been on a cruise before and want to know what that cabin is like. And that's what I want to reach. I want people to come to my channel and it's like, I like his videos because he tells us a little bit about the ports and different things like that. So I probably should get more informational in my videos as far as talking about the different ports and what to do in the ports. Because what I'll do is I'll go on an excursion for that port. So that's the only thing that I'll talk about, when I probably should be talking about all the things to do in that port to give people an idea of what's going on. Anyway, that's what I'm constantly always thinking of trying how to improve the channel, how to get the channel to grow. And just like Betty says down here, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's going to help us grow. And if you don't ask, people won't do.
And
So even
share out.
I did that earlier. Somebody actually
Oh,
shared me out. Who shared me out? VS Reality, I believe, shared me. But if you don't ask, a lot of people won't hit that like button. So it's not that they don't like it; it's just that they don't think about it. Because I'll watch videos and not like it, then I find myself going back to like it because it's like, oh man, you know what? I forgot to like that video. So I may watch the video, and if you don't leave a comment or anything like that, especially if you're watching it on TV, it's like I'm not leaving a comment, but I can at least hit the like button. And even in my videos, I try to put like something in that video to remind people to watch or I'm saying hit the like button. Cruise Nuts. We don't care if our channel grows or not. We just do it just for fun. If they watch, great. If they subscribe, great. If they don't, who cares? It's not like we are going to get rich from YouTube. What you never know, but the ideal for me is not necessarily to get rich, but if I'm going to spend time and effort into doing something, and this is the kind of way I've been my entire life, if I'm going to put time and effort into doing something, because if I didn't care about people watching, if I didn't care about, other things, there's no need for me to even put a video, why am I putting a video out? Which is not totally true, because I like putting it out so my family could see it, but I could make a private group for my family if that's all I cared about. So if I'm putting out a video out in the world, I want somebody to watch that video. So I'm sure if you're putting a video out there and making it public, you want somebody to watch it. Now, again, does it affect you whether they watch it or not? Probably not. And as you said, you're not gonna get more than likely not get rich to doing this kind of thing. But for me, if I'm going to spend my effort making a YouTube channel, I like to see it grow. I like to make money. Who knows? What if I make enough money to pay for a cruise once a year? That, hey, to me, that's a success. It's success just putting the channel out there, as Betty would say. Just making a channel, you're successful. But I like to see the numbers. I like to see the views. I like to see things like that. But again, yeah, most of us. Well, I hope most of us know that most of us aren't going to. This isn't going to be our day job. But as far as me being retired, I do want to see. I would like to see the channel grow. But again, I'm not going to lose sleep if it doesn't grow.
And it don't take a big number to be successful either. There are small channels that have sponsorships. They are, they get their monies from different avenues. So you don't really have to be a big channel.
Well,
you just gotta find a community.
And again, that's one of the things which I don't push. I'm lucky. I'm retired. Got a pension and all that. So I'm not pressed for the money, but I can see how people could make this a job, and you could do sponsorships. I am an Amazon associate. So if you go to my videos, you'll see like links to everything that's in my video, everything that I use, my camera and things like that. You'll see a link to where I bought it off of Amazon. And I get a small percentage. It doesn't cost you any more, but I get a small percentage of that. So if you go there, use the link to buy the lanyards, you buy the camera, buy whatever you buy from that, I do get a small percentage. I could push that more if I wanted to make money from it. Reaching out to sponsors as you grow. You have sponsors that want to, hey, you go to these foreign countries, so use thought of free one, Babbel, to sponsor learning a foreign language, because you go to these different countries. So you'll be surprised what you can get sponsored doing if you want to do that. That is what we do with our YouTube cash, turning back into yeah. And again, I kind of do the same thing. Like anything I get, I try to use it to maybe buy a camera, maybe buy a down payment. Again, I don't make that much money, people. I mean, again, I don't make much money on YouTube. It's pennies, but those pennies they add up. And next thing you know, here you want to deposit for a cruise. Here's the deposit for a cruise. And for me, I feel accomplished watching a video get watched and people leaving comments, and most positive comments. Not all, but most positive. And it feels good to do something, to be accomplished at it. And one of my thoughts was, if I'm going to spend my time and effort, my work career or whatever, if I'm going to do this, you might as well do it right. If I'm going to get into photography, read up on it and try to make it better. Try to make the best picture that you can make uh, to make yourself better. So that's kind of just my personality. You know, me, if I'm going to do a live, you know, I'm trying to try to make it a decent live. You know, I bought this microphone. Uh, the sound quality uh, is better, so it's making my live better. Most of it, a lot of it's going to be used for voiceover, but that's just because if I'm going to be in here, I might as well do the best that I can. And not saying that I will ever grow, you know, to a big channel, and you know, who knows, 2 or 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I haven't really pushed that aspect of it as far as getting subscribers. You know, maybe eventually I will start pushing that again. As far as once I got my 1,000, I quit. You know, going out there trying to go all these places just to get subscribers. What I do now is try to get. I want to watch. I want to get viewers. I want to get people who want to watch my channel. And a lot of that is the people in the cruising community, and that's why I try to go to these different communities. And I hope we didn't lose. It looks like Betty is still here. I think we just muted, and she's, you know, probably taking care of business. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, nothing big, nothing. It is what it is. I know a lot of people, you know, thought they were going to get rich doing it, but that to me, that's not the case. You could do it, but it's gonna take years. Even the channels that we watch and you know, see how big they are, took them years to get to that. It didn't happen overnight. And I see how it works for. I see a lot of people becoming travel agents, and I can see how these two tie together as far as being a travel agent and a YouTube vlogger for cruises. I can see how that it ties in together, which makes a lot of sense. It's, you know, have multiple streams of income. Whew. I feel like I've been talking for an hour. Oh, that's right. I've been talking for 2.5 hours.
So what you having for lunch?
I don't know.
Hamburger, French fries.
That's the easy thing to make.
I didn't say mate.
That's the fast food. That's the easy thing to go buy.
Yeah. It is.
How about yourself? What are you having? It's about that time. It's about 3 o'clock.
I know, some coffee at first with some cream and sugar in it. Regular sugar.
I am going to try to start getting away from using so much sugar in my coffees and my teas. You know, teas usually a lot of times I use honey.
Yeah, honey.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to start getting away from that.
Yeah. The only time I use sugar is like in the middle of the day at 3 o'clock. And I don't know if I want to pull that joy away. That's like joy. And then I don't want to go into artificial sweeteners. I just think it's better sugar.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of all these chemicals they put in our food.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of sick of it.
Yeah, but I do, like I say, my house is we eat more fruits and vegetables in the typical American household.
Yeah.
But I want to get better with what we do in the middle of that, because we've gotten way off base. And if my husband could sneak a little sausage, which you know I'm gonna eat in here, and a little French fries. We don't eat that much bread though, thank goodness.
Good for you.
Very little bread.
I love bread, and I love bacon.
I love all those. I don't buy them, but
oh my goodness.
And usually with bread, like if he do, you know, for the sausage, they go in the freezer and it stays there forever. So that's a waste right there. Might as well eat it without it. Yeah, but I do need to get better though. Yeah. Oh, I noticed you don't have a background. Not background in the house, background of us, you know, in behind us.
Hold on. Probably because I don't know how
to
do
it's coming. Oh. Oh. And you know that map and everything made it look so much better. It's amazing what background does.
Again, I don't I haven't I haven't really played around a lot with StreamYard. I'm trying to
Oh,
see.
I thought you got to cut it out. I know that, or you'll cover us. You have to go to the settings and do the cutout.
I see where to go. I'm trying to see if I
Yeah,
can do this real quick as we speak.
I know, but that's a good thing that you know can do it while. Yeah, see that? All right now. All right now. There we go
See,
in the ocean. There we go.
there we go.
That's what friends are for.
That's what friends are
Oh,
for.
it don't sound
For
like
good
it.
times,
That's what
for,
friends are
for
for
bad
good
times.
times and bad times. I will love you always together.
Oh, Betty. Oh, wait a second. Copyright, copyright.
I
Be
know.
careful. Be careful. Copyright, copyright. I'm going to get a strike. Oh, my goodness, Betty. I got to mute you. Hold on.
I used to do that until one show say, Betty, you could sing on that. They ain't gonna be. So I do it all the time now.
Well, that's why a lot of times, even like music and playing in my background, like if I'm going back to a cruise ship, I don't mind playing the music. Again, I don't make any money from these videos. I mean, pennies. So I don't mind the music playing in my background. But like if I, if I'm on a cruise ship and I go up to somebody and they, oh, come live with me, and I don't want to go live because they're playing live music and they care, even though they're not even monetized or whatever, but they care when it doesn't really do anything to the channel. So I try to avoid, like any kind of music when I'm on somebody else's live. But my live, most of the time,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. And that's the only thing about playing somebody else's clip too.
Yes.
If music may come in, then you end up getting the copyright. So I'm very careful now.
I did that when I was applying for the program for the partnership. I deleted all my copyright claims. I did, whether I needed them or not, but I went back in all my lives, all my videos that had copyright claims. I deleted it all. I deleted not all the videos because I still wanted the watches, and I still wanted, I don't know how it works with watch hours. So I left them there.
Yeah.
You'll see some of my older videos that or my lives that have like just blank air.
Like when you got monetized.
I'm more conscious now of it, now that I'm monetized. I'm more conscious now of it.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, because I didn't want to go back and clean nothing up. That's why I never did it. I didn't want to go back and clean it up. So.
Well, I mean, it was real to me. It was real simple to do. So
yeah. Well, you need to show sister girlfriend because, hun.
Yeah, we'll go through it one day. Maybe that we'll do a live and go.
Yeah,
go through some of that stuff.
that would be good. Because I have tried. I don't know what my problem is.
Well, they actually, for like if you get a copyright claim, if you go to YouTube Studios, they make it real easy.
Oh,
because
okay.
they'll show you the claim. If you click on the copyright claim, then it gives you some option. Do you want to delete it? Do you want to mute just the song? Do you want to replace that song with something else? And it tells you exactly what part of the video that the claim came from. So it may not be like I'll have like different songs in it, but there's only like a minute and a half a song somewhere that where the claim came from. So I'll either delete that or replace it with another song.
Okay.
But you just click on that, and then you go to it asks you what song you want to place, but then you got to make sure you have the right to play that music. So I usually go to YouTube Studios free music and replace it with one of their songs. Bam Manola says, I have mine cleaned up just in case I ever make it to 1,000. Not just in case, Bam Manola. It's when. It's just a question of when, because you're going to make it.
That's a great thing you did, though, because then you won't have to do it at the wire.
And I don't know even if it affects you. I didn't want them to have anything to look at that was negative.
Oh, it affects you.
Copyright claims?
When you're going for your
I don't think I really don't think it does.
You have too many.
No. Again, see, copyright claims, all it means is you can't get paid for that video.
I know that.
But I don't really don't
But
think
I
it
thought
affects
they
you.
said if you have too many.
I might go back and take a look at that. I don't think it does
Yeah, we
because
need to
it's just
read
like,
up on
yeah,
that.
you can if you want to play somebody else's music and give them all the money from it, knock yourself out. That's why it's a claim and not a strike.
So they'll leave the video up then.
Yeah, the video stays up. I mean, again,
Oh, okay.
if you were violating something, in other words, I got a copyright strike. I told you I went to Spain and videotaped a bullfight, and it violated the policy of violence against animals or to whatever violence. So they took that video down because it was a strike. Well, they gave me a warning, but they took the video down. So if having that music in there was that important, they would take your video down. Now, some places where they will block the video where you can't show it in some other countries, but usually here you get a claim, meaning that anything that YouTube makes from that video, they share it with the artist and not with you. Betty looks like she's deep in thought, looking at something.
Yeah, I'm reading it. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No problem. If you read, you know.
Okay. I don't see where it does. It just demonetizes it.
Well, that's what I mean. A lot of people worry about. And if you got 50,000 views, yeah, you probably don't want that channel to be. You want that channel to be monetized.
They say what prevents monetization on YouTube when a channel content consists of similar content. It can frustrate viewers who come to YouTube for appealing and interesting video. That means channels where content is only slightly different from video to video, are not allowed to monetize. So that's on your own videos? Similar content?
I think, well, in other words, a couple of things. I don't think they want. I've seen people like literally place up a video clip from a TV show and put it on their channel and make it like their video.
Yeah.
They don't want that. But then I've also seen where people have posted the same clip over and over and over again, their own clip over and over again. It's like basically no, you can't post one video 10 times expect to be monetized for that video. We don't allow that, if I'm not mistaken. Together We Travel. The claims don't have an effect on being monetized, from what I understand. Yeah, and that's what they. I mean, claims just mean that somebody has claimed your video. They claim the rights to that video. More than likely, it's from the song. So
yeah,
they will get paid.
I seen where somebody took a clip of mine. You could tell they recorded it from the TV, which I don't care.
Yes.
But they recorded it from the TV and they put it in their video. And really, if somebody really didn't like it, then they could definitely call it out.
And I forget, it's a clause where if it's like informational,
okay,
or you're doing like if you're trying to talk about it as far as critique the video, as far as like say President Biden makes a speech, and so I could actually show probably that clip if I want to sit in there and dissect what he's talking about. So I have to alter that video where it's not just me playing his video. It's like I'm there talking about Biden and whatever he's saying. And I could probably get away with that, but not just showing his clip and trying to claim that as my own. AR Guns, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. But again, I don't know enough about it, and I don't do that. Elliot, Betty has found something. She's dangerous now. She's found this comment section. So keep watching the comments. Betty's gonna be all throughout the comments. But that's good, because a lot of times, I'm rambling on. Somebody comes in, you want to say hi to them, but now you don't have to have 2 or 3 windows up, and you can
But
just
that's
say, hi.
yeah, but that still would be hard as a host too, though.
But
So,
so yeah, I mean, again, I don't like using other people's clips, and I don't like uh I try to make my original content. But again, I think I see, I see some channels. I don't know their viewing hours, but they have to have the viewing hours because they have all these clips of like news stories. They have 100,000 subscribers. They have these clips of news stories with hundreds of thousands of views. So they have to have the watch hours and what's the name, but they're not monetized.
yeah, because they're getting sponsorships and stuff, so they're not worried
Is that what
about
you think it is? They're making money from sponsorships
it.
instead of okay. Because I'm like, I mean, I never understood that, but that would make sense.
Yep. And YouTube let them get away with a little bit more when they have a lot. Because I even seen this girl that has a lot, and she was talking about that yesterday. How she had somebody YouTube to pull something down. Somebody did, and she was saying when you get, a lot of numbers, they tend to work with you a little better.
Okay. So that's something new that I didn't know. But I mean, I literally watch people, you know, post like a news event, like TV shows or something like that, other YouTube, clips, and post it on their channel as theirs, and they didn't change it at all. And the one it was a judge. I forget what the judge's name was, and it's a guy. He's always on TV on YouTube, and he's giving out sentences and stuff like that. They literally took the clip, put it on their channel as their channel, and I didn't even see where they even gave credit to the other channel. So.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be hot in Florida. Woo, Jesus! Look like it's gonna rain. It's what it is.
You can come up north when it gets cold. You can come up north. You ain't got to worry about that heat.
I got no topic for tomorrow. Life
Cruising.
is a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's me. That's me every day. Oh, good people. Oh man, I should have said it when more people were here. Don't forget tomorrow. I gotta start pushing myself. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time, I have a new video coming out. It's about 5-6 minutes long. Not a long video, and it's about a lavalier mic that I bought from Temu. So if you're interested in mics, a cheap mic, this is a mic that was under $8 that attaches to your phone. So if you're interested into see how that works and if it's any good or not, come Monday 4 p.m. Eastern time, come to my channel and see whether or not it's a hit or miss.
4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Be there or be square.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thursday 4 p.m. Eastern time, I go do a banter with Bill. It's my little talk show where I usually talk about things cruising. A lot of times I don't have topics. I'm gonna try to start developing topics. So this week I'm gonna think of a topic. I probably should have used this topic for that topic for Thursday, but again, not a very smart man. Anywho, so come Thursday 4 p.m. Eastern time. Come check that out. 4 p.m. Eastern Monday, new video. Betty, what do you have going on?
Well, just Monday, tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My live.
You just have it on Monday?
Oh, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I have my video premiere 9 a.m. See, it's been too long.
See, there
9
you go.
a.m. Eastern Standard Time before my live.
Which one? Which live?
What live? Oh, Friday's live.
There we go. You're going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And premiere at 9. Okay.
9 a.m. Friday morning Eastern time is the premiere for the video. Thank you, Scratching Pete. Scratching Pete, he's on it, man. He's on it. So, people, there's the link for. Hold on.
Temu.
Hold on. Let me take this off real quick. Well, oh, I'm in StreamYard. Let me go. Let me go to YouTube. I'm gonna pin that message.
Oh.
So everybody, I got a pin message to the top of the chat. That's for the review of my Temu mic. It's a lavalier mic, which is a upside down. A little mic that you can clip onto your lapel or whatever you want to clip onto your clothing, so that you can talk, and it gives a better. I think it gives a better sound than just using your phone. But this is one from Temu that was just a couple of dollars. It was under $8, and it came with 2 mics. So you plug in the receiver on the bottom of your phone, and the mics. Supposedly, it has like a 65-foot range and a 5-hour lifetime. So come Monday, you see the review whether or not you might want to spend this on this. So again, so like say you're setting up a tripod with your camera on it. This way, you don't have to yell and scream. You can just talk into the mic and talk normal, and it should work out. So we'll see Monday whether that's under $8, whether or not you could have got it cheaper than that. I probably could have got it under $5 if I just wanted one mic. I wanted 2 mics in case I'm with somebody. So let's say I'm on a cruise ship and I set up the mic, the phone, and we're sitting next to each other and we're both, on the same live, and he could have a mic and I can have a mic. The other person, he or she could have a mic, because it might not be a he. He or she could have a mic, and I could have my mic, and we could talk, and it'd be like just normal conversation, and we're not all stretching forward trying to get into the phone microphone. So see whether or not it's worth it. And then after that, maybe Thursday, I can talk about my experience with me using it.
Or you'll have something else from Temu.
Yeah, I already have a hat from Temu.
Oh yeah, now that would be neat to show again, because everybody wasn't. Now that on Thursday would be.
Well, I did. I think you said it was your show that I said Temu is trash.
I know.
My son had that haul from
I was wondering why you said that, because
my son had that haul. He had a few things on it, and I'm looking at it. It's like, that literally is trash. I mean, there's really nothing. A $1 item here, $2 item there. I was like, this is.
I know really you totally said, trash. Daddy, look at this hat.
And we looked at the hat, and there was another hat, and there's 2 hats, and one the hats just didn't fit right. But like if maybe a kid's toy or something like that. The only thing I would be afraid of with that would be, a lot of times, you'll see toys that come from China or these other countries. They might use lead-based paints or something in it. So you have to be careful about like giving kids.
Oh yeah, I think about that. Even in cups, you have to be
cups,
careful
whatever. I mean, again. So I'm always conscious when you get something that's really cheap. I'm just conscious of it that
Yeah,
might not be able to stand it.
like
But there's certain things. There's certain things that you might not mind having that comes from there. Different clips, little bracelets,
stuff.
Little plugs and things like that, So I've only bought one thing. My son bought a few things, but I've only bought one. But after I saw his take or his stuff, that's when I came on your show and said, Betty, Temu is trash.
I know Destination is doing a haul, so
yeah, and a lot of people are doing it, and that was one of the reasons why I kind of did this one, because now Temu is the hot item for the day. So it's like, maybe I can get some views from this. And if you get 1,000 views or 2,000, it's like, I could actually make maybe a couple of dollars off of this. What the heck?
Somebody should.
I'm just joking. So you never know. So I went out of my way to make a thumbnail to try to draw attention for people to look at this video. So Uh, come on by and tell me what you think. Um, if 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 this video goes well, and I don't know what well is, if I'm happy with like the amount of views I get from it, I may start working on doing more product reviews. I don't do a good job with this product review. I don't believe I do a good job. I could do a lot better. But if I get strong viewership for the video, I'll start doing better. You know, getting the equipment where I can get a above head shot of what I'm working on and doing. This one I didn't have that equipment, so I feel like I'm rambling again. Um, I may try to do that as far as electronics. My son gave me an idea, which was set up, do a whole setup of streaming equipment from like Timu. So like the background, you know how they have the green screens and microphones and cameras and all these other stuff. Do a whole setup. So maybe that might be in my future to do that. To see if people are interested in that. But I just know Timu right now is the new hotness. But I can again I can see like clips for your towels on a cruise ship. I can see getting those clips, probably magnets, those magnet hooks that I like for cruises. I can see getting them from there. So there's things. Delivery was easy peasy. Probably took about maybe 10 days. Maybe it's not Amazon. It wasn't Amazon Prime overnight. I've ordered stuff from Amazon and I got it the same day. My goodness, how crazy is that? So let's see. Should I get back to cruising? I need a cruise, people,
Well, why don't you go take one?
because I don't like paying top dollar. I don't like paying top dollar, and I don't like going out there with all the families.
Well, you know, Bruce, they can set you up cheap. And
They can't set me up cheap.
oh, really? Oh, I thought the cruise people could, not the cruise people. I thought the travel agent could make it cheaper for you.
They did. They did a group cruise, and it was a little cheaper.
Okay, a group cruise I know could be. I just always.
But again, if they do a group cruise in the summertime, the price is still high.
Mm-hmm.
I usually cruise off season, where the prices are lower,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Summertime, just their ships are super crowded, and not only just super crowded, but they're super crowded with like families and kids and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, which it's tougher to enjoy like the hot tubs and the swimming pools.
Mm-hmm.
You can still find quiet space and quiet time, but I'm paying top dollar for that cruise.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. There's one in August I'm looking at that I might go. It's like a 2-day cruise,
Mm-hmm.
Margaritaville at sea. So
Mm-hmm.
I may try that one just to
Where does it pull out from?
West Palm Beach.
Oh, okay.
And luckily, like West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, they're all connected by that
Yep,
triangle.
that we are. Yep, that we are.
So yeah, that
Miami. I remember in high school, they got a high school, probably don't have it no more. Booker T. Washington. We ain't never wanted to play against them, and they had a good halftime. Put you to shame. I'll never forget that. Be like, oh no, not them. And they wore orange and black, and we used to talk about it. But when they tear us up on the field, they made us swallow our words.
uh-oh.
Mm. Booker T. Washington.
But you never forget it, huh?
Ooh, and then when the parades, high school parades used to go down the street, y'all, oh, damn, never have no parades like that no more. Mm, mm, mm. They get to a certain spot and they break it down. See, we had fun in the old days.
We did. We
We,
did.
we had a good, people think it was, people were still doing the same thing they doing now, y'all.
Pretty much. I mean, now, this technology age is something else.
Technology just changed it, but when I hear older people talk about younger people, but if you was young, you'd be doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. I mean, I wish we had like the cell phones with the cameras and stuff now, because I go back like to my younger years. I
I
don't have a lot
know,
of pictures. I mean, I just didn't take a lot of pictures.
I know.
And if we did take pictures, a lot of them were with Polaroids, which Polaroids don't last that long. They start to deteriorate, fast and all this other good stuff. Um, so yeah, I would have been in social media and all the other good stuff,
Yeah,
and pictures all the time. But
yeah.
again, I look at now, it's like, um, my kids, my grandkids, I'll be able to pull up YouTube and see, pop on the on his videos. It's like, oh, I remember Pop. I used to love going cruising with
I
Papa. We had
know,
so much fun on that
I
cruise.
know.
You
And
remember when Pop dropped me in the ocean?
yeah, I remember.
Uh,
That
that
dropped his
people,
granddaughter.
that's a long story. That's a story for another day.
I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I told you my granddaughter, she watches every video, every live that I do. She did, she was there for the tea party with her friends. And so they watch. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And matter of fact, that story, it reminded me. We were talking earlier when I first came on about people falling and laughing at people falling. And I said I never fell on a cruise ship, which is technically true. I never fell on a cruise ship, but I did. I was in the ocean, no, the Gulf of Mexico, and I had my granddaughter. I was showing her some fish in there, and I was holding her, and I wound up dropping her in the ocean, or in the Gulf of Mexico.
Ooh,
It
I
was
know
The
her
water wasn't
mom.
that deep or anything like that, but I fell. My foot got caught like in the sand or whatever, and being old and lost my balance and wound up dropping her. And I'm flopping around in a foot and a half or 2 feet of water. And I had my glasses on. My glasses fell off, and now I'm looking for my granddaughter because I think she might still be
Oh,
underwater.
her mama,
And
honey, she already had her eyes out there.
no, well, my granddaughter just stood up and walked off. But I don't have my glasses on, and I'm panicking, looking for her. So then I see her walking out the water. I start walking out. My daughter's screaming at me, "Dad, don't forget your glasses." And I'm like, "What glass? Oh, yeah, I did have glasses on." So let me go back and try to find my glasses. Luckily, the water was clear, so I could look down to the bottom and see the glasses. I picked up my glasses. I'm walking off. I'm like shaking because I'm thinking my granddaughter is out there drowning. Anyway, so I was traumatized. Nobody else was traumatized but me.
Oh my goodness. I tell you, somebody cruising us says that would have been a Kodak moment.
I'm so I'm so glad that nobody caught it on film. Well, not that I know of. Um, but that's when this cruise. I mean, it's a cruel world that we're in. I can remember when I first started like going on these cruises, starting to feel that I was old because there was a what beach was I at? I can't remember exactly what beach I was at. But to get to the beach, you had to step down off a step to get down to the sand, and having somebody ask, "Do you need any help?" And I'm just walking along. I'm like, "Do you need any help?" I'm like, "Get away from me! I don't need. Do I need help?" It wasn't like. But then when I took the step, because now, of course, now after they say that, I got to do it by myself, and I got to, no, I'm not look for a lower spot. I'm gonna do it from this spot right here. I wish I would have found a lower spot to do it from, but I
Uh-huh.
went down. So the looks you get now is like, "Sir, can we help you?" Because again, now I'm the old man. And we talked about that earlier too, about being old.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, we were talking about like thieves looking for easy targets,
Oh, yeah,
and
they
they look for
do.
women and old people and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
And it's
they
like
do.
before, 15 years ago, I would never would nobody would really try me. Yeah, but
Yeah,
now as I get older, it's like they might try me. They might see me as an easier target.
yeah.
But yeah, cruising. It was a sight.
my daughter laughed for days, and she still laughs to this. And I'm up on the shore, and I'm traumatized, and uh, yeah. Anyway, needless to say, I'm not picking up my granddaughter and taking them out in the water anymore. They just meet me out there.
Carry your EDC gear.
What's EDC?
I have no idea, but I think
Oh,
it got something to do about some weapon. I'm sure. We don't know what EDC, Elliot, because
and I'm trying to picture it.
that's what I was trying to do, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If you think about the community, Elliot is in a lot, and a lot of
Yeah,
everyday
and
care.
I'm kind of everyday carry.
Yeah,
Elliot, I used to, and now we're going down another path. But
yeah.
I used to carry, every day, and I got to a point where I just it was more trouble than it was worth. And again, like I said, I never had any problems and stuff like that. So um, I I don't carry every day. And
Hmm.
I don't carry knives. I don't do that, not anymore. At one point in life, I used to.
Yeah. So you don't
I
carry
used to.
anything at all.
No, no. But again, I don't have anything to take either. It's like anything on me, all
You
you
can
just
take
ask
it.
for it.
Oh Lord, okay. That's enough about that.
You can have my wallet. You can have whatever. I don't wear jewelry, especially. And I'm going back to cruising. The biggest thing that I would have would be my phone and maybe my camera gear. But again, if you really want that, you can have that too.
Yeah,
I don't fight over anything. I'm not.
yeah. The only
And
time I would, if I feel that they're gonna hurt me or something, but you can
well,
have
that see
whatever.
that and that's totally different.
Yeah,
Again,
you can
I'm
have
easy, and
whatever.
I'm not going to hurt somebody over property. But if you mess with me or mess with my
Mhm.
family and put me in fear,
Yeah.
and that's when you bring out the me that you don't want to see.
Yeah. Elliot, the wind might be blowing the I know what you mean. Might be blowing the wrong way and the pepper blow back in my face.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not a big, yeah, the little tasers. I'm more afraid of them using a taser on me, taking it from me, and using a taser on
I
me.
know.
Oh, you gonna try to tase me with this? Here, old man, take
But I
this.
tell you, a friend's son, he had somebody broke in on him and he froze and he didn't use, when he pulled it, but he did, and the guy took it from him and shot him. He didn't kill him, thank God. But
Well, and that's another. I mean we could go down this path, and again,
yeah, we're gonna stop going down it right
yeah,
now.
you don't.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's just like if you carry you carry something like that, you wind up getting it stolen, then you more likely than you are to use it.
I'll get arrested somewhere.
Yeah, cruise nuts. I carry a switchblade knife, Springfield Armory 9mm
God
with laser
dog.
sights and 2 extra clips. See, that's just to me. If you got to carry all that, you might as well just stay home. And again, you're talking to somebody who used to, all the time. I can't everywhere I went.
Yeah.
But if you got to do that, you're probably going to the wrong places. You probably need to stay home.
Yeah,
Yeah, and again, I understand it. Same here. Same here.
that's a lot.
I've been through it all. I actually at one point I actually had a machine gun,
Mm,
and the way that I carried and again I didn't really carry it, um,
hmm.
but it was like it was legal to have. So, but
Yeah.
again, I was more afraid of somebody stealing it than me carrying
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
And the difference between a machine gun and a semi-auto is semi-auto is as fast as you can pull the trigger, a bullet comes out.
Hmm.
A machine gun, we just pull the trigger and just hold it, and it fires as fast as it can. It just, but anyway, we're now we're talking about firearms,
Yeah.
and I just don't.
Yeah.
I just most places.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's fine. Again, no,
Yeah, that was fine. I'm the one bought it up. I'm the
yeah,
dangerous
yeah,
one.
yeah. No, no, no. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't get into philosophy of guns because that's where the arguments start and things like that.
Yeah.
And you can't take my guns away from me and all this. Those are the kind of things I don't.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and um, what's the law in Florida?
Anything.
Well, you had that law in Florida where
Anything.
defend your home and stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I saw some crazy clip where a pool guy, they hired a pool guy to come clean their pool. He didn't get there till late, but he didn't tell him he was going to be late.
Oh
So
Lord.
somebody opened fired on him as he's out there at 9 o'clock at night. Opened fired on him and shot like 15 rounds at him.
Oh my God.
Didn't hit him,
Thank
but
God.
no charges or anything because it was like
On their property, probably.
yeah, whatever that law is
Yeah.
on there.
If they're entrenched in your laws, yeah.
And again,
So
it's just to me it's just crazy.
yeah. And I always say, if it depends, if it's to defend your family, all bets off on everything, but some other stuff is crazy.
Yeah, and again, cruise nuts. I understand you feel safer and stuff like that. The older you get, the less I safe, the less safe I feel with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple of things. First of all, I don't want to take anybody's life
Mm-hmm.
because now I have to live. I have to live with myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I just
Yeah.
if I'm going places like that where, and again, robberies and stuff, you can have whatever you can take it. Yeah, I mean, again, usually you run into problems when you put up a fight. I'm really not putting up that fight. I'm just not putting up that. Nothing I have is worth putting up that fight for. Stand your
Mm-hmm.
ground. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Stand your ground.
Yeah.
And again, because of everybody having guns, I don't feel comfortable going out because everybody has a gun. And now all of a sudden you don't feel safe about something. You feel that you could shoot that person. So now picture the scenario. We're out at the beach. You see something, you pull your gun, somebody else sees you pull a gun. So now they think you're the bad guy. So now you're getting shot. And like in Florida, again, I'm going to get off of this after I say this. I'm going to kind of get
Yeah.
off. But I don't want to be a black man in Florida with a gun because I'm going to be perceived as I'm the bad guy. And not just in Florida, in other places.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan. I mean, it's just kind of perceptions that you have. So I know I'm good. If you want to rob me, here, take it. I'm not going to argue with you. You bump into me, I'll say sorry. Again, now if you bump into the grandkids or my daughter or something like that, a little different.
Yeah.
We might have to go there, but
Yeah.
again, it's not worth it. And just too many things can go wrong, and all of a sudden, that split decision that split second or half second that I made a decision to do something, people outside that incident are going to have hours, days, weeks, months to analyze whether I was right. And I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, again. And again, that's the way that it should be. It's too many people out there that it's not like that. It's too many people out there not like that, and that's why I watch it, and I don't want to escalate it ever. And a lot of times, when you have your self defense things, um, you feel a little cockier than you would without it, and you want to stand your ground. And now all of a sudden, everybody's standing their ground, and it could just end poorly. And I don't want to be someplace, and next thing you know, some innocent bystander is going to get hurt. So, and it's me. I mean, again, I know there's people out there, with the who that can carry. And I know there's a ton of people out there, and again, I know they're out there, um, and they can have it. But I've been down I've been down that road. I mean, I don't get too much into my personal life, but I've been down that road, and I see how the majority of times how that ends, and very rarely do you hear um it turns out, yeah, that somebody breaking into my house, I fight them off with my gun. That's rare. What I do hear all the time is somebody broke into my house and stole all my guns, and now there's 20 other guns out on the street. That's what I hear all the time. Where do all these guns come from? That's where they come from. They came from law-abiding citizens that didn't secure their guns properly, and now all these guns are on the street. That's how they get there. So for everyone that they use to defend the house, there's 1,000 of them out there where the guns are just on the street now because, well, you had the guns in the house. So that's been my experience, at least. I'm prepared. That's all. Most that I see carry, I don't worry about it. Ones that carry, I want shoot for stealing from me. Only if someone pulls a knife gun on me. Yeah, and again, you have common sense. Everybody doesn't have common sense. Everybody doesn't have common sense. I've heard of stories firsthand where people are afraid and shoot through the door. Well, again, that pool guy, they thought he's out there working on the pool. They shooting at him, saying they thought he was breaking into the house. The video showed he was nowhere near the house. And again, they're shooting you shoot through doors, and my goodness, I don't like knocking on doors. Because you go down here where stand your ground, you're going to be justified because you were afraid and thought I was breaking into your house. No thanks. I'm good. I'm good. Everybody shouldn't have it. Just like everybody shouldn't vote, but that's a different topic. But again, everybody, just because you can buy a self-defense weapon doesn't mean you should have it. It shouldn't have happened. First of all, if I was the pool guy, I would let him know, hey, I'm running late. I'm going to be there at night. I would let him know. But again, he's out there working on a pool, and now you're firing shots at him because you think he's breaking in the house. He wasn't even, it wasn't like he was at the back door trying to get in the house. He was just at the pool, kind of skim some dirt or something off the pool. And next thing you know, they're shooting through the glass door, shooting at him. And how they missed that many times. Again, that person didn't even have a.
I know, that's what I'm
saying. That's all the innocent people getting shot now. And they're trying to stand their ground.
Thank God they didn't know how to shoot.
So, but again, they're not pressing charges. So what difference? Mark it up. Oh, hey, it happened. Don't worry about it. Yeah, stand your ground. No charges. Don't worry. Yeah, that person is out there shooting through doors at people. So, for me, driving is another one.
Every 10 years. Who said that? Who said that?
You get to a point where you probably shouldn't, you probably shouldn't be driving.
Oh,
I'm not to that point yet, but I've seen people that, hey, are you really going to give this person a license? So, and I'm guilty of it, but like texting and driving and checking your phone while you're driving is got to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I'm not guilty.
That's one of the craziest things, and I'm guilty of it because my phone. Well, I'm trying to get better at it. My phone will beep, and I grab it. Boop, who's texting me or whatever.
Yeah, because I found myself, this what broke me instantly, looking and going down the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
I said, okay, that's my lesson.
Well, and basically, like the rule of thumb is how fast you're traveling times 1.5. So let's say 50. Say you're going 50 at 1.5 times. So in 1 second, if you're traveling at 50 miles an hour in 1 second, you're going to go 75 feet. So if you look down for 1 second, going 50 miles an hour, you've gone 75 feet. And that's roughly, you know, the setting. So when you glance down at your phone, it may not seem like much. You've gone quite a distance in 75 feet. And you know, if a kid jumps out in front of you, or you know, a car stops in front of you, it's tough. And I mean, I agree. Any laws that stop you from looking at your phone are well worth it. Nothing is that important. No message is that important.
Remember that movie Will Smith, 8 Seconds, where he ended up killing his wife or fiance?
I don't know if I ever saw that.
Yeah, you should see that one, 8 Seconds.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Hate me for saying this, but it's true, especially those Texas drivers. Good Lord. I mean, you know, and again, I think I'm a pretty good driver.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah. I've actually like taken like classes on traveling and driving and all this other stuff, and I feel like I'm better than most driving. As I get older, my reflexes aren't as sharp as they used to be, so maybe I'm not as good as I used to be. But I used to consider myself a very good driver. But again, when you get distracted, it doesn't take much. No, but I don't text and drive now at the stoplight. Yes, maybe I will do that. I'm notorious for doing that, for being at a stoplight and picking up my phone and looking at it. But I'm trying to get away from that. Elliot, when I was 17 years old, an 80 looking old lady passed me and ran me off the road. She was driving faster than I did when I was drunk. You know what? I will tell you one thing, and that was me going down to Florida. I was driving from Tampa to Orlando. I think I was in Orlando, and I was going to Tampa, going to Clearwater Beach. I had the kids with me. I swear, I was driving. I had rented a car. I was driving 90, and cars were passing me up like I was standing still.
Yep.
I couldn't believe how fast they were driving. And I'm telling my kids, and my kids didn't, they weren't even driving at that time.
It's worse now.
I'm like, can you see? I forget what freeway it was.
It's
I said, can you see how fast these cars are going?
It's worse. And I don't think people taking any driving classes or anything. They just do crazy stuff now.
Yeah, I mean, Florida, that was the worst I've ever seen. I literally, I got up doing 90, and I had to stay over to the right side, because cars, whatever freeway this was, whatever that freeway from Orlando to Tampa, they were going so fast that I just couldn't, I couldn't believe it. I wanted to tell somebody. I'm like, so I'm telling my kids, can you look at them? This is crazy.
Oh my God.
I can remember the first time when I was younger, in my early 20s, mid 20s, I had a Mustang GT 5.0. I love that car. It was a stick. Anyway, I think I got on some freeway from up here in Michigan. I got up to 150 miles an hour. What stopped me from speeding was I was doing, let's say, 70 or 80 miles an hour, and I was going around. It was a wide curve, but it was a curve in the road, and it was dark, and a deer jumped in front of me. And driving at that speed, there was not a whole lot you can do. And if you overcorrect, like if you turn and you turn too much, you're going to flip. So I mean, you could barely just turn a little bit. Somehow a deer jumped in front of me, and I missed the deer, and I was scared straight. And ever since then, I've never sped again. Well, when I said speed, I do 60 or 70, but I don't go overboard with the speed. 90 and 100 will kill you in a heartbeat. It will. And I knew better back in the day. But again, young and dumb, you live and learn. You like through life, you live and learn certain things. Certain things. Um, when I was young, I used to I used to my a nickname used to Billy Bulletproof because I just knew I was invincible. Back in my younger days, I just knew I was invincible.
Hmm.
I wasn't afraid of anything, and I knew I was going to handle any situation that came up. I was going to be able to handle it. Um, as I got older, I mellowed out,
Mm.
and no, life is too valuable. Life is too valuable.
That it is. I think we all did
It's
it when we were young.
it's up here. We're getting a nice little rainstorm up here. I heard a little thunder. We needed some rain. You good for
It's a
that.
little dark, but I don't know if any rain. It's not dark. The sun coming back out here.
Well, that's what I loved about Florida. Usually, like when I came down in, especially during the summertime, it would
Mhm,
rain for a little bit, but then the sun come out bright
mhm.
and shiny, and the humidity is like 129% humidity. But you didn't have to wait long for the sun to come back out.
Ah, oh goodness. Yeah, 47% around 3 p.m. And it's 93 degrees, but it feels like 107. And in the shade, it feels like 99 degrees. Ah, ah.
What It's 77 here, 77 and rainy, so
Oh,
nice
okay.
nice little weather.
Yeah, that's nice. I just don't want y'all snow, but that's nice.
Embarkation Nation.
No, I ain't never went over 100.
I only went over 100 when I was younger. It was on the way to Oklahoma.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, back when I was, again, as I said, when I was
I
younger,
went
that's bad.
knows.
That-
Listen, who knows? I might have on them country roads. Oh God. Yeah,
Uh-oh,
it's hot
Elliot
as
has to get he got to get out of here. He's going to go cut his grass and put the pellet smoker to use. Good for you.
oh, 91 here. Oof, that's hot.
Police, Anthony on the move. Police officers texting and driving. They do it all the time, Anthony.
Yeah. And
All the
then they got
time.
that thing in their car too.
They,
So
they literally have a laptop in their car,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
running plates and stuff like that. So, yeah, they're LA says it's ouch. It's 91.
Only did it to break in the car.
We all had our reasons. we
You need to
we
stop.
we all had our reasons why we sped.
All right, when Chloe come and tell you, Daddy, I was old because I needed to break in that new car you bought
Right.
me.
But speed. I mean, speed. I mean, it's so unforgiving. I don't know how do we go down this road? Because we're supposed to be talking about cruising, but
Yeah, but
speed
I
is so
think we're just
unforgiving.
talking about everything at this point.
Yeah, speed is so unforgiving, and I don't think people they don't realize it, especially when you're young. You don't realize it, and you try to explain to people that the faster you go, just multiply your speed by 1.5, and that'd put you in the ballpark of how many feet you go per second. I will be here for a little longer. May wait for the sun to go down before cutting the grass. Yeah, I would do it early I would do like when it's hot out in the summertime, and I have my house. I would do it early in the morning.
Do you miss your house?
No, 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 no. I mean, it's like a home is a good investment.
But the work,
The work involved and things going wrong, and
I know. That's
I
what I
gave it to
tell
my
my
daughter,
husband all the
and
time.
I gave it to my daughter, and within 2 years, the sewer line had to be replaced, and a tree fell and
Mhm.
damaged the roof and all this. Yeah, you have insurance and stuff like that, but it's
Yeah.
still, no.
But you say no.
Hey, the garbage disposal is out. Can you come fix it? I thought about even like he's talking about a condo. a condo wouldn't be bad.
I don't want a condo.
Condos are a lot of work to sell
I
because
don't
there's
want
just
a
so many
condo.
restrictions, and so I think I'm getting to the age now where I probably will be a renter. Probably.
I'd rather
I,
have a double wide trailer on some land than
I
stay in
thought about that in
a
Florida. I mean, you guys.
condo. I don't want to stay on no. I want to stay on my own. I don't want to stay up in no trailer park.
I mean, again, I guess this. I mean, this is like to me. I guess it is a trailer park, but it was, um, had the pool area and it
I don't want
looked
that.
nice.
I don't
So
want that because you don't
so
know
no
who
way.
you. Mm-mm, mm-mm. A little trailer I can keep up. So long as I have 2 bathrooms.
Embarkation Nation. I wouldn't dare drive like that now. Very unsafe, and the cost of speeding tickets is wild. I could put it towards the cruise. Yes, Florida. You guys got me. I was down in Miami. I believe I'm somewhere in Miami or just outside of Miami, and got hit with a red light ticket. They sent it to me in the mail,
Oh,
and
they down.
I can remember exactly when it happened because I'm like, when I went through the light, I looked around to see. I never even thought about. I never
We
even thought
don't
about
have
leaving
them.
out.
Yeah, we don't have them now. They took them all down.
Good.
Only the school zones can clock you if they got that
Okay.
little camera up there.
Yeah. I love on Fridays I get home and my lawn service had done the whole lawn, and I walk in and tell my wife I finished with the lawn. There you go.
That's cute. That is so cute. Yeah, I would love to go into something a lot smaller. Like I said,
Elliot,
all it needs is 2 bathrooms.
yeah, Elliot on yes on the double wide. Yeah, whatever I get, like if I could move to Florida again, I don't know whether I'm going to be a snowbird and come back up here because again your summers can be brutal,
You get used to it.
but and that's what some people say. But I'm also hearing things. I'm also hearing things as far as hurricane insurance going through the roof down there.
Oh yeah, that's everywhere. California too. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I got to go down for a little bit.
Take
I'm
your
not
time.
down. I'm just cutting everything off of
Yeah,
it.
you're fine. So yeah, I mean, again, um, that's also something to consider moving down to Florida. Is like I know up here we have a lot of property taxes. Our property taxes are kind of high, but down there, you go to insurance. I've never wanted to live in California. I'm going to take that back. When I was younger, I wanted to go to San Diego. That was the only part of California I wanted to live in was San Diego. Thought about Texas. Thought about Texas. I've always wanted to live near water, and for some reason, when I think of Texas, I don't think of near water. And I know they have the port of Galveston, um, but I never really thought of them as being a port state or a water state. So I may have to rethink that. But then Texas, you got crazy governors and senators down there and all this other stuff. So
We don't have state tax still. That's for now. You never know what's going to change.
And that's what it was good as far as Florida goes and Texas. For retirees and pensions, you guys were good about that.
We're about like everybody now, except for that state tax.
Yeah. Florida is getting very costly to live. Yep.
But that's
Anthony
everywhere.
93 in Northeast Louisiana, 95 expected.
Yeah, rent skyrocketed.
I knew my friend said rent went sky high during the flu
It did.
season in 2020, 23. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's getting to a point. And even like up here, when was that crash of property? It was like 2008, maybe. Again, houses and rent, everything is getting so high now. It's like, how do kids? How are they going to afford to get their own homes? These homes are $300,000. I mean, you just don't make enough. So again, I always worry about like the future for people and for families. What time is it? 2. Good people. I appreciate everybody coming out here. Betty, thanks for coming up to keeping me company.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot today. If you're still in here and you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button before you leave. I appreciate it. Don't forget Monday at 4 p.m. I'm having a video premiere about Temu mics, lavalier mics. Come and find out if a $4 mic or $8 mic is worth it.
$4.
Betty, 9:30 a.m. She has a great live show. She doesn't have a topic yet, so come on over. You don't know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you might get.
Yeah, I think I've thought of one though that'll be real good.
Come on by. I don't know if I'm gonna go live anymore this weekend, or it's the weekends. What's today? Sunday? My goodness, it's so good to be retired. Or AR guns. Yes, my house used to rent for $800, now $1,800.
Oh my God.
Who's paying that much money in rent?
A lot of people.
That's crazy.
It depends on what area you're living in.
And you're right. I guess I got to get away from the city. I need cheaper. But again, you know, like being by the cities because of all the amenities. So cruising, that's great live, guys. Thank you. Have a great 4th of July weekend. That's for everybody else out there. Have a great 4th of July. Stay out of trouble.
Hey, Erie Frog.
Every frog, welcome in, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button, Erie. Appreciate it. But I am getting ready to get out of here. I will talk to you later. Betty, again, thanks so much. Don't go anywhere, Betty, real quick when I end the live.
Okay.
So we can chit chat and do a little debriefing.
Yeah.
I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey, bye. Thanks for coming, everybody.